okay? Look at these numbers. Then go and look at what I'm like. If I want to compare, because it's my people, so I get to fucking compare. Now we'll go look at. Did the people know about it? Did the people wake up every fucking morning, log into their TikTok or into their YouTube or into their X account, and they saw Basim being burned alive? Burned alive. Yes, we all did that on 4K. What did the community do? Nothing. The community that's supposed to came up with these rules that to prevent the genocide. So it's worse. Why? Because it happened after you knew about it, that it could happen, and you swear that it will not happen. قص أختك.
ليك انت بتحترم حالك يعني
بنيك أمك يا لبنان.
Hey, stop cursing, guys. We all know the Arabic curse.
عن جد I بشوم عليك, man. I'm not even and I'm not going to curse him because I was raised with better standards and I respect the upbringing that I've gone through. And you know, if his parents were listening to him,
yeah,
they would be ashamed of him.
Yes, brother.
So anyway, what he said was didn't really make a lot of sense. He's just holding on to his point, using his fixed mindset. And you know, to say that nobody did anything about the crimes that were committed by Israel is not true. You can make an argument and say, well, you know, the Arab countries should have done X and they should have done Y and they should have done Z. Those are fair arguments.
Shape, the word justified it. What are you talking about?
To say I'm talking, and if you listen, you'll understand. To say that nobody did anything. Is, you know, it's just not true.
No, who did? Give me a fucking example. Who tried to stop it and did stop it? No, so shut the fuck up. If no one stopped it and you all watched,
okay. So
shut the fuck up.
What would you have liked to see?
No, what I like to see, like seriously, any action that would stop it.
Like what?
What do you mean? Like what?
Who's asking? The action.
Who's asking?
Name an action. That
no, action from who? From the U.S. or from the Arab countries
or
from
who? Would you like to see the U.S. bomb?
Military embargo. Military embargo from the U.S. Arab countries cutting sanction and they forcing Israel into letting food and aid into. Right, not kind of sitting with them in some. There are 100 ways. You know what? If Egypt would kind of close the Suez Canal for a few days, there's so many shit, man. If you don't know, shut the fuck up. Like, why do you have to open your?
All right, this is not productive anymore, guys. Guys, this is not productive anymore.
I'm trying to dump shit for this guy.
All right, guys. I think you're talking past each other. All right, Bugs, speak up. Bugs, it's your turn.
You know, Buttercup, this is a wonderful room, but there's just groupthink. There's just denouncing. How come you don't have any kahanists on your stage? It would make the room more interesting.
Are you the same guy from before?
Yeah.
He's yelling about the kahanis?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you have diversity?
Because you're annoying. If you have nothing to add to the conversation, kindly remove yourself.
Yeah, and if you think you could do it better, then go open your own room and do it.
I'm sorry, I have to say something. Respectfully, Shape, we have been trying to do since February 2024. I've known every single detail there is to know about Gaza, and I know exactly who did what, when, how, which country. World Shape. The whole world was watching. The whole world. At best, they were ignoring it or throwing a condemnation here or there. At worst, they were justifying and arming the genocide. Like, we need to understand that the world is watching a Holocaust live 2 years. The world watched babies freeze to death and did fucking nothing. We should all be terrified. This was always the concept was, okay, the Jewish Holocaust happened, but the world understood how bad that is, and no one is ever going to let that happen again. We should all be terrified. If it happens to Palestinians, anyone can be.
For you, Imran Zamtarka, can you tell me about all the ways that Jews were killed in the Holocaust?
Yes.
Like what were the most common ways?
Gas chambers and fire pits.
Okay. Do you have it in Gaza? Literally, Gaza, the genocide in Gaza was the first genocide that Humans were killed in every way. They were killed when they tried to eat. They were drowned. They were burned twice. They were bombed in hospital.
Tell them about the quadcopters.
After they injured, they literally tried everything in the book about how to kill Palestinians. Every way was they tried. People died when they were trying to get food.
Do you realize
People
that
drowned, but no. This Lebanese knows better. Go ahead.
they're using footage from Gaza in commercials for the military industry? Do you understand how fucking sinister that? Imagine like one of their like points in time that you remember. I remember when we started hearing about the drones, like the quadcopters that could throw bombs and shoot at people. So it's okay, people, you're going too far. Like, let's not go overboard. This is not like a B-grade disaster Hollywood movie. And then the video started coming out. And for fuck's sake, Gaza, there's nowhere to go. A quadcopter can appear out of anywhere in your bedroom window. You could hear a child. There was a time where they used to play a crying child through the quadcopter to attract people outside. They used quadcopters to herd women and children like animals. For 2.5 years, these people are living in a fucking dystopian movie. So, yeah, there were no gas chambers, but the whole world is watching a dystopian movie happen, the Hunger Games, in real life and doing nothing, Shape.
I've never heard Shape really minimize the severity of the genocide in Gaza. I've never even heard him not say it.
I'm not minimizing it, yeah. I mean, do I sound like I'm minimizing it?
I think that you guys are getting hung up on whether or not it's fair to do a comparison.
No,
and
he
that's
said don't
defeating
say
purpose.
it's war. It's not productive. He doesn't know shit if he.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a fair point, though. Is it construct? If you're trying to make a point, if you're trying to get an outcome,
I don't know why you.
is this going to get you your outcome? Listen, as someone who's Jewish family, when I say the word Holocaust, they get very provoked, and it shuts down.
And maybe
Hold on, just a second, Imran.
I get it.
Provoke you.
I get it,
wanna
and that's
shake
why I
your
use the
core.
word, but it is
Your
hurtful.
core
It does
to
shut
be
down.
shaken. Every Jew, were you anti-Zionist or Zionist, want to shake your core, right? Because all this is happening in your name. If this is happening in my name, let's say ISIS is now committing genocide, and that it is on me to come out and speak. And they should use literally every vocabulary in the book to shake all these Muslims to wake up and say, no, stop it. So no, I want to say it is worse. And if anyone want to tell me, he need to listen to the facts that why it is worse. Because it was streamed on 4K. Because they tried literally every way of killing Palestinians.
That is a really good point. I think there is room for all the people who condemn the genocide and want it to end. Listen, anyone who condemns the genocide and wants to end, there is room for different approaches to move hearts and minds, okay? And there's always going to be a spectrum of approaches, and all of those approaches can be defended and criticized, okay?
Here's Benny's logical flaw that he doesn't understand. Okay, what he thinks is the whole world is Palestinian, right? And he's stuck inside his own mind, which is difficult when obviously you're going through such atrocities. If you were to go to say to the whole world, and your message is what's happened worse than the Holocaust, you're going to get tuned out. You're just going to lose people. You and I, we want the same thing. I want a free, strong Palestinian state. From the bottom of my heart. And Benny, hold on. Let me finish. And I've had Palestinian militias murder my family.
Yeah, I know.
You understand me? You understand me?
Yeah, I know it.
And I've done nothing but defend the Palestinians. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So when you go out, just quiet, settle down. When you go out with this kind of narrative, you're going to lose 95% of the people.
Which people?
Okay? It's going to non-Palestinians. It's going to get you nowhere. And if you think it's going to get you somewhere, I hope you get it done, because it's not working.
Thank you, God. I will answer.
He wants you dead to do it.
Hold on.
Can I answer him? He directed the
Listen to your mod.
One second. Shapeshifter, I disagree with you. I just listened to Bonnie Olive give his, commentary, and it was very, very emotionally provoking. Like when he said this is worse than the Holocaust, I'm already taking in my frame of mind that this is what they're experiencing in real time for his friends, his family, people he knows. And so when he says this is worse than a Holocaust, especially because it's experiencing, my ears open because I'm like, how could this be worse than a Holocaust? Or the Holocaust, I should say. And then when he says like our people are being killed every single possible way that you could be killed other than just gassing. Now, like I'm like Buttercup. I don't believe in oppression, the Olympics. This was worse. This was worse. But the thing I'm saying is exactly how he put it was enough to pull on anyone's heartstrings. And if it didn't pull on yours, you have a heart problem. So there you go.
I want to answer one thing. Thank you.
I think if you learn a little bit about the Holocaust, you understand why people here, when you say, yes, it's that aspect is horrific, and it indicts all of us.
I learned about the Holocaust. I learned about the Holocaust. You know why? Because I live inside of Israel, and I have to go through the Israeli education system. So I learned about the Holocaust, and I wanted to say something. So he's saying, kind of the argument is, listen, this does not really help you because people will stop listening. If my words are the one that gonna cause people to stop listening, meanwhile, they saw a kid burning alive when he was connected to an IV machine, and that did not wake them up. Remember the kid without the head that you just woke up one morning and you saw? If that did not wake you up, you can go fuck yourself because my words will never wake you up. I wanna shake your core. I don't really care about these kind of people who did not care when kids were killed every day. There's some kids inside of Gaza, they died from heart attack, not from a bomb. They died because the bomb fell very close and they thought they were dead. So that happened a lot. So literally every way we were killed and people did not care. So my words do not fucking matter. Unless I want to shake your core. I want you to be stupid. The genocide might be kind of at the end. Let's say we're reaching the end of it. Maybe soon there will be some kind of force, hopefully, whatever. But there should be a scratch on everyone, right? A wound on each one who lived through this genocide and didn't do shit about it. You all literally need to know that between 2023, 2024, 2025, they were killed, genocide every day streamed, and you did not do shit about it. You guys cannot do shit about it, meaning bring us anything at this stage. It's too late. I don't care about siding with us.
Question, Benny.
Because
Question. So you make a very good point that the fact that we all saw it live and there was no question about what was happening and we didn't stop it, it is an indictment on all of us, the West, all of us as a society, every single person is culpable.
I agree.
I'm not doing that. However, when you say what happened in Gaza is worse than the Holocaust, you wouldn't say wholesale because since you learned about the Holocaust, you know about the rooms and rooms of children's shoes and the mass graves and all this shit, right? So you wouldn't say wholesale, you wouldn't compare the two tragedies as tragic as it is, but you're saying this particular aspect of it is worse than the Holocaust, which we didn't even know and people were in denial about, right?
I told you, for one Israeli mother, that her kid was killed, for her, that death is worse than the Holocaust. I said that, I do understand that. But
it's a subjective judgment.
But I want to compare the time of the Holocaust where the people did not have access to the information. And I'm going to have kind of I'm going to give credit, people didn't know, right? People really didn't know that it was happening. Meanwhile, we know this is happening and it's slow and streamed. And what does it say about the world? What does it say about people living here and watching every day? What does it say about them? That they lost their humanity and we watched it? What, like, seriously, what does it say about the people? Israelis are the filth of the earth. Israelis are the most criminal society on this earth. Worse than North Korea, right? Because they want to sound liberal, but they want to do the worst. But what does it say about the rest of the world that normalizes them? And yet they act like, oh, we are with you, we support you, right? We support the LGBTQ, we support the TZ, I don't know, whatever. What does it say about the world? It's the worst. They are double-faced because they knew and they didn't do shit about it.
Are you guys not getting what he's doing?
I think
Quite obviously, like this can't be broken down in like a comparative analysis or like a logical syllogism. He's saying, fucking look at us. That's all he's saying. Our pain was great, and no one stood up. People forgot. It's greater than what you think and what you assign as a benchmark. That's all he's saying.
No, James! Oh man, she's one of the dumbest people I've ever seen. Something's wrong with that one. That one is, that brain is not working. Sorry, Nargis. That's not what he was saying. You just summed up his propaganda. Focus on me. All communication is hypnosis. The attention. Hello? The attention.
I think this exemplifies the question, right? It's like where things start to get touchy when you make a comparison. And it's why it's always such a sticky thing. But sometimes it's useful to make comparisons, but you're always going to run into these sticky sort of.
Yeah, and I know how you're feeling about this, Buttercup, and
But
I
it's
get it.
intended to
I mean,
feel that.
There's
it's
no
intended
question
for us
that-
to be moved.
No, but there's no question that the Holocaust scale was like exponentially worse than what happened in Gaza so far, right? There's no question.
Yeah.
And like to say it's equivalence is like it even bothers me as someone who's very critical of Israel and extremely condemning of the genocide in Gaza, right? But
Guys, yeah.
He's providing
You're not.
for value.
The shock value. Okay, I don't think I'm not going to use the term shock value because it's more meaningful than this. Okay. The issue is you have to think about the world as a bell curve. Okay, and there's people on the polarities. The message to grab the people in the middle is not the shock message. It's not going to work.
There is no middle.
It'll resonate with people that have an affinity.
There's no middle.
That have an affinity. I'm just telling you, this is the way the world works. Okay, you can't just keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. Okay, the Arabs have ignored the Palestinians. The rest of the world is ignoring them. It's not because there's no shortage of people screaming Holocaust. There have been tens of thousands of people. There have been tens of thousands of people screaming Holocaust. It gets us nowhere. Okay, if you want to keep repeating the same thing, expect a different result. It's not going to work.
That's actually a good point, Bonnie. That's a good point because
No, but I want to ask about the middle. I want to ask about
literally almost every atrocity that's happening, people are saying it's a Holocaust. It's a Holocaust, and if you examine it a little bit more closely, it's not. So what do you think about that? That's a great. Go ahead.
No, but I don't go and tell, I don't know, let's say I'm not going to speak to the Jordanians or Egyptians and tell them it's a Holocaust. Like, there's a different kind of terminology. But when I'm speaking with Jewish around the world, anti-Zionists, Zionists is really, I'm going to use that term because they understand it is hurtful. Like, if I want to relate and kind of get to the point where you understand what I'm talking about, I'm going to use your own vocabulary. Now, that middle that he speaks about and they cannot capture, but that middle cares about the Holocaust but does not really care about changing their opinion, although there's so many kids did. There is no middle in this column. There is no, you're already anti-genocide or you're with the genocide. It's one, so the middle does not really exist because you cannot be in the middle and you're very sensitive about the Holocaust, yet you did not wake up by that. So if you were there, you're technically an Israeli pro-genocide. And that
Israeli
you cannot
passport,
capture.
bro.
I don't want to capture you. I want to force you into stopping. I want to put sanctions on you. I want to sanction you the fuck out until you cannot do the genocide anymore. That's what I want to do to you.
Me too.
Me too.
Me three.
Me three.
Yes.
To be clear, if Israel is sanctioned, everybody that lives there is going to suffer. That includes us. But please, sanction everything as much as you can.
Buy a coat also, buy a coat. We buy a coat here in Norway. All the settlers, we buy a coat them. We kick them out from all the shops.
Yeah, I want to address Mark. Mark, you can't sort of, again, dissect this into, comparisons. And the hyperbole here is that you're seeing is surely coming across as perhaps hatred, Mark, Grant, and I respect you a lot. But all in all, it's an expression of pain. You're not seeing us. You never saw us. You did nothing for us. You let an entire race of people just very gradually and quickly sometimes exterminate in front of our eyes while we watched it on our phones. That's what is.
From the deep of my heart, I love you. I love you, Nargis. From the deep of my heart.
Buttercup, help me out. There's a famous Holocaust. I can't believe I forgot it. The name evades me. Famous Holocaust survivor, white hair. Help me out.
White hair? I assume they all have white hair.
No. Oh God.
Any other defining characteristics? White hair.
Okay. Well, he has a quote.
Albert Einstein.
No.
I have a rose. Can you give us more ridiculous?
I'm going.
Help me out.
It's stuck on me. So
Circumcised.
hold on. He said.
Listen, please.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. He said.
I am here to move you all. Easy.
He said that the other side of the coin of love is apathy, not hate, and apathy is the most dangerous thing there is, and this is why you provoke, you use. And yes, it's specifically, and I use it specifically with Jews and Israelis because there needs to be a response, because otherwise it's normalized. People are very good at compartmentalizing and creating cognitive dissonance. We've seen it throughout the occupation. We cannot allow them to solidify the cognitive dissonance. They will not get to say we didn't know. No, they will know. They will know, and either they do something or they don't.
I have a pushback to that thought. So
To be.
go ahead,
Yeah.
Mister. Go ahead. Tfaddal, Habibi.
Go ahead, please.
Some of the language and the ideas, we know that all human beings are prone to getting polarized. Okay, so we know that we need to do a few things. The world needs to take more action and less words in terms of helping and stopping Israel from murdering Palestinians. We know this. We know to do this, we need more in numbers, more people that act. Okay? There's not any shortage of talking. There's a lot of talking, but there's no acting. Okay? The problem with the language that becomes extreme, which we've heard lots of, is it's polarizing.
Like Benny Hot Mike.
It's polarizing. How do you explain? How do you rationalize that with the apathy point? Okay, because you're making an interesting point around apathy and the danger of indifference. I understand. It's a good point, but you're ignoring in your point the danger of polarizing language. How do you address that?
Polarizing between who and who?
Well, to say all Israelis are X. Okay.
Yeah.
And try and get strength in numbers by saying what's happening is worse than the Holocaust. The average person listening to this, you're not going to get people on side with this language. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's the way it is.
Yeah,
Shape, can I say it?
is not really that average person. Just saying numbers, I want to answer it. That average person is waiting for my words and the images that are coming out, the videos that are coming out, did not move them. So do you think his words, like requesting that the victim be a little bit polite when he speaks, is if
Okay, I'm reminded of a text message I recently dug up where I'm messaging my sister. Before I found this outlet online, I was like urgently, panickingly trying to remind my family that if we don't acknowledge what's happening in Gaza as the horror that it really is, that's not a form of loving Israel. Like when you love people, you tell them the hard truth. In fact, putting our heads in the sand and denying what's happening is the opposite of love. It's enabling, right? And what's going to happen is when the full truth comes out and the dust settles, it's going to be that much more horrific and that much more traumatic. Always sending these like impassioned monologues with Katasha Haaretz articles being like, we have to confront the truth. It's not love to put our heads in the sand and lie to ourselves. And I was just kind of fucked up, actually. And eventually my family, I see my sister wrote me back, have I ever said anything in favor of the war? Have I ever said anything endorsing Netanyahu? Have I ever said anything to that effect? Why are you sending me this? And it was basically my cue to fuck off and stop being so sanctimonious. And I think to Shapeshifter's point, that's kind of what happens. And I was speaking from my heart. I was saying, look at how we were raised, how we were educated, what our values are, and we're turning a blind eye. And they saw that as an affront, and basically said, stop sending me Haaretz articles. And I did. And I think to Shape's point, sure, I thought I was gonna, stir their soul somehow, and all I got was sort of a stone wall. And so I had to find another outlet, and now I'm fucking on Clubhouse. So I don't know. That's just, I wanted to share that anecdote because I started searching through my texts and remember that interaction and how I not reach them, but I started to annoy them and affected my relationship with them.
Appreciate the share. The laugh emoji was a wrong emoji.
One thing, Bonnie, I think Shapeshifter.
It is a little fun, comical that I thought I was accomplishing something.
I think Shapeshifter's complaint wasn't necessarily that it's rude. Hold on, I have a.
Do you know what you accomplished, Buttercup? Sometime in a year, 5 years, 10 years, everybody will know exactly what happened. When everybody will have to ask themselves, what happened? What did I do? And when they try to say, I didn't know, they didn't tell me, it's the media, you will tell them, but I did tell you. And you will have, and then they will have to do their own soul searching because you did tell them. And they didn't listen. And that's what you did. And that will push them to save themselves and make sure they understand what happens and not to repeat it again and why it was so horrible. That's why it's important. And the safest way for the triumph of evil is for good people to do nothing. You did something. You held back evil. If only by a step. But if everybody held back evil by a step, we might actually hold it back. But most people are lazy and egotistical and narcissistic. But you are not. And that's the most important thing.
Thank you. It is so validating talking to Israelis. There was another earlier interaction I had during the height of the genocide where I reached out to this guy, Ori Goldberg, an Israeli political scientist who often comments very beautifully and poetically about the experience of living in a society that's sort of disintegrating into this moral abyss and everyone around him is genocidal and sort of what that experience is like. He sort of documents the decay of his society. And so I wrote him a letter because I felt so crazy that I'm living in this reality that nobody recognized on Twitter. And he wrote me back the most beautiful thing ever. I don't know if you guys want me to read it.
I have the same experience with Oli. He always checks on me. He is in a very advanced cancer situation. Hopefully he'll get out of it. But and he's a wonderful, wonderful person. You should read it.
So I reached out and I said, I just want to pop in and say your Twitter feed makes me cry every day. I'm glad your surgery went okay. I'm sick of what's going on in the States. And he said, thank you. I said, at least in Israel, thank you for conveying a very beautiful truth. At least for Israeli Jews, it's not blasphemy to criticize Netanyahu. And he goes, well, the criticism is often a cover for supporting his main policy, genocide. So I don't know which is worse. And then I wrote, I don't get it. We Ashkenazim are raised on emaciated children and ghettos and prisoners behind barbed wire, steered into our minds, and my family against our Lithuanian neighbors who turned a blind eye has somehow lasted for 4 generations. And yet, when we look at the same images from Gaza, they don't see what I see. I feel like I am causing pain to the people I love just for stating the obvious. My family consumes the news through Hasbara influencers, and who am I to rip away their comfort blanket when the truth is so much to bear? I tell myself I'm doing them a favor by speaking my mind because it will be worse when the smoke clears and the genocide charges start rolling out and they find out that the children of the Holocaust have caused another Holocaust, and they realize that they've been tying themselves into knots trying to justify it. But the reality is I'm probably reaching no one, just isolating myself and reinforcing their misguided beliefs, and there will never be a reckoning within the organized Jewish world about their role in funding and being apologists for the annihilation of the people. And he writes, he's literally made me cry. Like, I was so overwhelmed. I don't even know this guy. He says, I really wish I had something smart to say. I don't. I know the pain of which you speak. It is my pain as well. I've cut off a great majority of my social ties. I don't work in the profession I had pursued my whole life. The feeling you describe, it is, as you say, not even a feeling. It is sensory data. You can't argue with what you see. And you see. If you tried to shut your eyes, even if you tried to avert your gaze, it would consume all your energy. This is about your survival as a coherent, meaningful human being. It isn't about a vain to die defending your chosen hallowed ground. You don't have a choice. You are yourself. The rapture will come. The whimper, rather. This travesty will end, and the images will circulate, and the lies will surface. And your family and all the others will squint for a while and agree reluctantly to take the bandages off their eyes. And they will begin to see. They won't apologize. But you will still be yourself when they squirm. And you will still be a force for good. That is my small comfort in this hour of wolves.
It is so hard to be a person that doesn't go with group think. Like the amount of blows, like hits and criticism and hurt and accusations that a person that doesn't go with groupthink has to engage in, it's so tough. It really, really is tough. Like even when it comes to like the conflict of Iran, well, actually I don't even need to the word conflict seems to be triggering, so I'll avoid it. But for let's say for example for Iran, okay, this is the best way I could put it. The Palestinian people, in order to gain their freedom, they accept help from the Islamic Republic of Iran. Well, the Islamic Republic of Iran hurts the Iranian people. So when the Iranian people see the Palestinians taking help from the Islamic Republic of Iran, they're like, fuck you, you scum, you pieces of shit, we hate you. And they say all this, they just throw up all this vile commentary. Now, on the flip side, the Iranian people, all they want is their freedom, just like the Palestinian. And guess whose help that they're reaching out for? Israeli. So what do the pro-Palis do? You fucking scum, you da-da-da. And here we are, the people that are stuck in the middle who have reason to think outside a group think, to understand like both these people are their freedom and they're utilizing any method of mechanism to see it. And instead of attacking the oppressed people of each group, right? Instead of attacking the oppressed people that are Palestinian, instead of attacking the Iranian people that want to be free. Bonnie, could you mute it? It kind of throws me off when I hear a little bit of background. I'm sorry, I'm ADHD. We don't stand with the people because we're narrow-minded and we go with groupthink and we go with whatever narrative that we're being. So you have these people and they hate each other on either side. This is amazing to me. My life is freaking amazing. For 2 years, I was trying to convince Iranians and other people that 30,000 children had been killed. Now I'm on the other end trying to convince pro-Palis that over 30,000
Why do you need to convince them? Sorry, can I ask you something? Why do you need to convince the pro-Palestinians community?
The pro-Palestinians, because here's the thing.
Can they do something?
No, yeah.
They're useless. No, they're useless.
I know you think that because you haven't seen fruit.
No, I seen them in action. I think the pro-Palestinian community is not really... Okay, so I do understand what you're saying, but I want to do some correction.
But I wasn't done, and now I forgot the rest of it. It's okay. It was going to be really good, but I don't even remember.
I believe it was going to be good.
Thank you.
It was going to be epic, and you ruined it.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with
Just
these
preparing
Israelis. You know, they keep interrupting, like Emeralds and Danny. Is there something in Israel that doesn't let someone else
Bonnie
finish?
is Go ahead.
So the Palestinians did not really get help from Iran. The one who got help from Iran was Hamas. So even if you look at the Palestinian in Palestine, you're not gonna find one Iranian hospital. Like they did not build it. All that money was coming to Iran, to Hamas, and mostly Qatar. So there is kind of an image that being sold to the Iranians who are being oppressed inside of Iran. We are in deep shit because we're standing with the Palestinians. No, sorry, you're not in deep shit because you're standing with the Palestinians. No, you're just oppressing and you're in deep shit because you're corrupt and you have all this kind of shit. So it's not related. Iranians are not really getting help from Iran. The help is getting
Donnie,
to all
you're
the
missing
militia.
what I'm saying. You're missing what I'm saying. These are the propaganda narratives that each side is given, and then they believe to hate other people. Like, I can't tell you how many times we had Zionist Persians come into a room and just say the most
No, I
vile
heard them
things.
before.
Okay,
I heard
and you now you need to go into the room of pro-Pallies and see what the hell they say towards Iranians.
I know what they're saying, but they don't matter. My approach.
What doesn't matter are the people that are suffering on both sides. That's what doesn't matter.
No, the one who matter are the people who are suffering.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But
so
that's
the
what I'm saying. But when
looking
people
energy.
when people have these different propagandas, they make the oppressed not matter, and they stand against the oppressed. So right now, like in Amir's room, when he doesn't listen to the Iranian people and them saying there's a guy here, and he like thinks that everything is just a lie, that the Iranian people are, it's just Mossad propaganda, all this stuff. Then,
is he Iranian?
No, he's not. He's a pro-Pali person.
Okay, is he
Amir, what up, Amir?
Prince?
No, Amir.
Prince has
okay,
the
so
rooms that always run 24/7 for Palestine.
Okay, so here's the thing. If you're not Palestinian, if you're not Iranian, you don't really matter. Let me explain why. At the end of the day, those pro-Palestinian community, once they are ineffective, by the way. I really don't care, by the way, about October 7 woken up the pro-Palestinian community. If that community was sleeping, they need to see blood to wake up, then they can fuck themselves. At the end of the day, they have zero influence. Zero influence because A, they could not stop the genocide. B, they just doing some money out of it. There's a lot of grifters in the pro-Palestinian community that they built careers out of this genocide. And the same thing on the other side. At the end of the day, who's gonna decide when there is a election out of Palestine, and when there is a free election is gonna be in Iran? It's gonna be the Iranians or the Palestinians. Now, if you look at the core inside of these people, put the propaganda side, you go to ask the average Iranian, not the spaces or the Zionist Iranian who live in LA. Ask the average Iranian who's anti-regime. He's anti-IRGC, but he just want to go with his day and he just want to put food on the table. So, like, people are dying in South Palestine. He'll tell you yes. Like, are you supporting that? He's not gonna be. The same thing with you catch someone in the West Bank and you tell him about Iran. He's gonna curse the IRGC because the IRGC are oppressing the people inside of Gaza using their Hamas. Right? So at the end of the day, the pro-X, pro-Y, pro-whatever, they don't really matter. They don't. So why would I literally burn 400 calories in trying to explain to someone who's Zionist Iranian that, no, we are humans? You don't want to, go fuck yourself. That's it. End of discussion. You came with a conclusion that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Okay, great. I cannot change that. That means that you don't have any morals.
Yeah, but this is on both sides. Like, it's just...
No, I know it is on both sides. No one attacked the pro-Palestinian community as much as me. Okay? So I know it is on both sides.
Why are you attacking the pro-Palestinian community? I'm trying to understand that.
Because the new trend in the pro-Palestinian community, they're pro-Hamas, they're not pro-Palestine.
How do you know they're pro-Hamas?
Because when I see their posts, I see they are pro-Hamas. They're very few.
So you see everyone's who was pro-Palestinians.
No, not everyone. The one I saw.
Okay, so then you're generalizing, right?
No.
Yeah, I am generalizing right now on the grifters. I'm generalizing on the grifters with the loud voices.
Wednesday, let him finish his point.
I'm generalizing on the loud voices, that community. Okay? That community that think that Palestine is equal to Hamas. Okay? So if you're in that camp and you're very loud, this is all we hear. The pro-Palestinian community for Palestinians does not really matter. Does not. With all due respect.
Can I say something?
Hold on, before you do, I just want to point out the irony is, this is more so amongst like the Western pro-Palestinian communities that are, a lot of whom are not Palestinian or not even Arab, right? Do you actually love Palestinians, especially on the ground? All of them.
Yeah, I've had that same experience. I hate Hamas.
Yeah, it's like a video game.
This is also true for the diaspora of like the Iranians, right? All this is happening in the diaspora. This is what we're saying. These taking sides, the friend of my friend, enemy of my enemy, is like so black and white.
It is like
that
soccer
people-
game. No, just,
Yeah,
I support Real Madrid, you support Barcelona, and let's see who's going to play
correct.
tonight.
And the people, exactly, Vani, the people themselves are being forgotten. What are the people? For God's sake.
So a big problem. You guys are aware of tribalism. So
Yes, I told you
tribalism.
to say, make your point really quick, or you're going to
All right, I'll just leave. Go fuck yourself.
bye.
All right, toodle.
That was
Bad Felicia.
That was really badass, Buttercup. That was really
That was
badass.
Yeah, like honestly, man, you're in a Middle Eastern space and asking if we know what tribalism is. They would have fucking invented it.
You're a Middle Easterner.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, that was so good. That was so quick.
I already know the point that he was gonna make, and it's a bunch of shit because he wants to make this point that people care more about their tribes, blah blah blah. That's not true. We have one tribe that are the fucking carers, and then you have another tribe that's a whole bunch of psychopaths. Which
Honestly, if you
tribe?
put it like that, I'd rather be a psychopathic Care Bear.
I'm Sunshine Bear.
no, I'd rather be a Care Bear.
Yeah, I'm Rainbow Care Bear.
That is such a Care Bear.
You just made it even gayer, man.
No, I have the Care Bear dad bod thing going, so.
But you get my drift, right? Like it's.
No, I
I
understand.
don't know. We'll take Buttercup, Nargis, and I will take donations for all the pain and suffering that we've incurred on this app. We'll send you our Cash App and Venmo. You can reimburse us for all the pain.
Wait. I think both of you, Nargis and Salamid, and Buttercup and Emeralds, because to be honest with you, the Jewish community are very disgusting to Buttercup and Emeralds, saying horrible things, disgusting, misogynist things. Oh my God!
Yeah, the Iranian community doesn't like us. You haven't heard the comments.
Wait. Hold on. Persian Jewish people too. We have our own particular brand of Zionism going on. It's
Are they
on every
mean?
side.
Are they mean
Like
to-
at this point, everybody, right now, everyone is mean to us.
Otherizing. Completely, Taco included, Mazi included.
No,
We are
Not.
No.
We're catching it from
Of
every
course, ask him.
direction now.
Oh yeah. Oh,
They are a bunch of vicious, insecure fucks.
Hey, what's up, Taco?
Scariest.
How you doing, Shay? How's everybody?
Good, man. We had some Arab
Come
on
and get you.
Arab hate happening. You missed it.
Yeah, like they'll say things like, how's your dad, Sayla? Oh, bitch, I will fuck you up.
I'll come and find you in California.
See, this is why I have to talk to them the way I talk to them, because they're animals. They're animals. Sorry, they are.
It's not just
So I
them.
resort to
They-
being an animal back.
I resent just saying it's them because at the end right now I have pro pallies. They can't see past the hand in front of their face, and they like attack Persians and Iranians, and they like, oh, it's all lies. It's all. But there's no difference in me. They are acting exactly how the Zionists were acting to us when we were trying to inform them about atrocities. Now we're trying to inform you about other atrocities, and you're doing exactly what they did to us when we were informing them about atrocities. So all these people, all of them, they only care about their own goals, agenda, and narrative. And unable to see past any of that, which I get it now. Like, I totally get it, but I don't hold it against anyone anymore. I don't hold it against the Palestinians for, trying to work with the Islamic Republic, and I don't hold it against the Iranians for trying to work with the Israelis, because this whole world seems to be evil to me, and like, what are you gonna do?
Form of
At this point.
individualism.
Once you understand that this whole world is evil, you're ready to become agnostic.
That is correct,
So
baby.
sad.
That is correct. Like or not, like
Stop
okay.
evangelizing, guys. It's gross.
I wanna address shapeshifter's point, and I think it was like misunderstood. And this is what Mark is saying, who I highly respect, right, in the chats. And I think it's true. He's saying like, using provocative language shows like a disgusting, like collective hate and sort of like false moral equivocation, right? So I understand what Mark and Shape are saying. They're saying like this doesn't help the narrative of the oppressed to sort of push through, because all an onlooker's hearing is hate, hate, hate. This is worse than the Holocaust. This is worse than this and that. Like Manny quite like effectively put forth, right? So I also want you guys to sort of be objective and see the other side of the picture too.
I appreciate that, Nargis, and you said it much better than I did. The thing I will admit, as I'm kind of thinking through Benny's point, I think there is a place for this jarring language, and it can be effective. It's probably more situational than it is the norm. But the points he brought up in terms of when and how to use it, I think if you're situational with it, it can be effective. I'm not telling anybody how to feel. It's not my right to tell anybody how
It
to
depends
feel.
who's saying it, you know? I feel like Jews can get away with it more than non-Jews. It's so funny, like, when Benny Olive said, described this live stream genocide and how it's worse than the Holocaust, I wasn't offended, but then when Sela repeated it, I was just like, Sela, what the fuck, you know? I think it's, like, depends who's saying it. I think as Jews, we have a little bit more credibility to be like, invoke the Holocaust gratuitously to make a point to the people we love because we urgently want it to stop. And then when non-Jews will say the same thing, sometimes I balk a little bit. Like, I do react and be like, okay, first of all, have you seen the concentration camps? Have you seen the pile of shoes? Have you seen the mass deaths? Have you seen the pile of bodies? Like, it makes me feel like worried that they don't know the scale of our suffering to think that you can compare.
But
That makes sense. But also on the other end, it makes you think to yourself, like, why do you suppose nothing could be worse? Like, so when he says it, I'm objective, and I'm like, oh, how is it worse? And then when I listen, I understand what he's invoking. You understand what I mean?
I'm gonna give you an example. How I have conversation with Muslims, Arabs more specifically. We're getting to a world where artificial things are becoming more holier than the real important thing. Meaning, artificial. Okay, so the memory of the Holocaust is becoming more holier than the blood itself, right? So, for example, when I sit in front of one of those Muslim Brotherhood or one religious Salafis, Imros knows that the first thing I burn for them, I burn the Al-Aqsa. Like, I tell them I want Al-Aqsa to be destroyed or give it to the Israelis, and I'm gonna pay for the carpet for the new temple, because for me, blood of a Gazan is more holier than Al-Aqsa and Mecca and everything. So they get that shock immediately. I wanna break any kind of taboos in my conversation because the holiest thing is blood. And if you think, oh, a stone, sorry, Buttercup, like the shoes of the Holocaust, or that thing is more holy. No, they were talking about artificial shit. There's nothing holier than the blood of a kid. So I bring Al-Aqsa into it. I bring Mecca. I got in so much trouble. Like, if you go listen to my recording about
not only kids, why you concentrate on kids? Also, all the old people, same like me. Hey, man, you are a racist.
By the way, if you go back to religion, if you go back to religion, and God said it, that Kaaba can be destroyed stone by stone, it's still better than the blood of a Muslim.
Don't make me cry, please. I am a man. I can't, please. Love you, brother. Who's Bani? Okay, go ahead.
Do you love Bani?
هذا شوي مطلوب.
الله يشفيك. Anyway, so I'm talking to a Muslim, I'll just get the holiest thing for him, because sometimes we create holy things, but they're artificial. And if you go to the core of my belief as a Muslim, the Al-Aqsa, like Kaaba, should not be the holier than blood. And the land itself, like the land of Palestine, is not holier than the Palestinians. Because a lot of us, Palestinian diaspora, think that Palestine is just the land. No, it's not. You're missing the land. Why? Because you exist. But for some Palestinian who's living in the land, Palestine is the people. like heaven without people, you cannot go into it, as we say in Arabic. So I just want to break that taboo for them because sometimes they misunderstand their belief.
Fair enough. He's doing it on both sides. So, Mark, I did
That's a good
address your
point. It's
point.
about the way people talk to their own communities and their own families, which is different, tends to strike a different note, and we have a little bit more liberty to speak our minds and use provocative language than when we're talking to someone, when you're someone who's not familiar and doesn't have an intimacy, right?
Just wanted to Mark, because he wasn't, one second, because he wasn't here, I just want to address it again. Mark said provocative language is just a euphemism for disgusting collectivist hatred and moral equivocation. Agreed, and it doesn't allow for progress to occur. Also addressed, Mark, for your sake, I'm repeating this again, Shapeshifter's view that this does not entail any kind of progress for the collective who is going through the suffering. So I was asking them to see both sides of the equation. And for those who tread the middle path, for those who do not belong, Stella, this goes out to you, with Robert Frost, two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference.
And going on the path that's untraveled, like basically there's no path there, so you're gonna get cut up by the thorns and the stupid grass and the freaking snakes in the grass because no one's ever gone on that path before. So you're gonna get your ass ate up by ants and mosquitoes.
Thank you for the tafsir. Thank you.
It did sound a little bit more appealing, though.
I just don't understand why the world has to be like this, and I grieve often. I just wish I could get over it. And I kind of am. Like, I kind of am. Like, this is what the world is. Like, the world of politics is a dirty game, and people shake hands with devils, and there's nothing I can do to change it. That's how I'm starting to feel. I don't know if that's like a grim. I'm starting to think like people have to navigate. Like,
Yeah, this world is run by the devil. Like, we know this. It is the evil who is willing to, commit atrocities, who is willing to bend the rules, who is willing to cheat. That's who wins.
Satan
Like,
is
that's just the reality of it.
I'm starting to actually understand original sin, to be honest. Like, human condition on one side, starting to see it's fucking innate within us to be this shit.
Nargis, you know.
At the same time, how great we are to overcome this. Go ahead.
Nargis, you know you need evil to understand good. You know this. That's sort of like your jam. You know this.
I don't do this, but...
No, actually, that's true. Like, me, even though I was an atheist for, like, almost a decade and a half, I never had a problem with the problem of evil. Because how are you to understand good without evil? How do you know what's light without dark? How do you know what's cold without hot?
But when the source of all of this is all good, Benny.
Okay, here's what we learned from the Jews at least learned from the Holocaust, that we are all evil, capable of evil, and we're all capable of good, okay? No one's inherently evil, contrary to Benny Goy's beliefs. No one's inherently evil, and none of us, and we're all capable with what the Holocaust teaches us. What the lesson of the Holocaust is that we all have the capacity for evil, and we have all the capacity to dehumanize the other, and it's a warning against the capacity of man to hate another man. And that's what makes us all human.
I'm with Benny a little bit, Buttercup. Like, we slant evil. We really do, because it's kind of like you're a biological machine that's trying to survive. So that's an intrinsic weighting towards yourself, which is a slant towards evil. I'm not saying it's a huge slant. I'm just saying you're kind of tipping evil.
Yeah, just like you say that there's a little Nazi inside all of us. I would say like there's a little Pharisee inside all of us.
Who said that?
The same thing.
No one said that, man.
Buttercup said that earlier.
I was referring to your. Never mind. Your bigotry towards.
This was a couple hours ago, but yeah, like I remember. It's true.
By the way, for Benny Goy, exactly, for Benny Goy, who's now a new Gnostic, I think he often forgets that when the source of it all is all good, Benny.
You're
It's
not
really the absence of
Benny?
good.
But he's not Christian anymore.
You're not Christian anymore?
Gnosticism is related to Christian.
Thank God.
Only on Tuesdays.
Wait, hold on.
Wait, you're not Christian anymore?
No, I talked to you about Gnosticism, but you just
Gnosticism-
rejected it.
No, I heard it, but Gnosticism is a theory that reinforces his hatred of Jews. Most important.
Oh,
Are you serious?
Well, I wouldn't say
It
that.
does. It has to do with what was the thing called? The devil thing. What do you call that? Evil.
The
devil?
demiurge.
The demiurge.
so like,
the Jewish evil in the world.
So as you would agree with me, the God of the Old Testament is a wicked God.
Yeah.
Petty,
It's a demiurge.
Yes.
So that's his new
You've
belief
said
system
that. You've said that several times, Buttercup.
Guys, let me just tell you Benny's biography. Benny grew up a Muslim.
Oh, not this guy.
Oh, not this guy. Dude, you don't even believe, you call yourself a Christian, you don't even believe Jesus.
Well,
Stop this,
I prayed for you
We
the
don't
other
have to
day.
go down this road.
Okay, I love you. I love you, but
Buttercup.
you're a hater and you're a bigot. And
I'm sorry, Buttercup. You said the same thing about the God of the Old Testament before I did.
I said
Like,
he's.
when you
I said he's
first got on the
fickle.
side.
He's not a credible God. He's a foolish God. He's a petty. He's a petty, vengeful, spiteful God. But that's not. It's not makes him incredible. I don't. You actually think he's real. You think he's a real evil thing, and he's the root of all evil, and that's why Jews are evil. You've somehow.
No, but you still
Benny
attribute
basically-
evil traits to
Benny
this God.
grew up pretty secular, like Muslim, Syrian, and then became an atheist, and then went on some spiritual journey. And of all the religions in the world, and all the strains of Christianity in the world, he settled on the one that is the most hateful, the most vile, the most
Whoa, wait, hold on a second. Yeah, Benny Mabarishu, aka Benny
Benny
Goy.
Goy right now.
Yeah, Benny Mabarishu. Look, just can you
I want to
clarify
clarify
for the room?
that Christianity is a religion of love, and
Thank you.
it's a beautiful religion, and just
You
found
don't
the
think
one
it's beautiful.
strain that is hateful and anti-Semitic and
You don't think it's a beautiful religion because you deny our doctrine.
No, thank you. We
disagree.
love the Jewish people.
I disagree, Buttercup.
Is this where you want the road to go down?
We love the
I
Jewish people.
disagree, Buttercup.
I said
We
it's a
love the
beautiful
Jewish
religion,
people.
Benny.
We love the Muslims.
Yeah, we love them
Especially
too,
the
but they
church
need to
fathers.
repent.
We love the Muslims. We're all the people of the book.
People of the book, dude, you're using Muslim terms, dude. We
Yes,
don't have
yes,
people of
yes.
the book. We
Yes,
have those
yes.
who are with Christ
Yes.
and those who aren't. The ones who are not with Christ need to
Bro, don't make me turn the other cheek on your ass.
No one's turning.
Whoa, that
All
sounded
right, guys, we're gonna have to now.
Don't make me turn the other cheek on your ass.
Time out. There's one ground rule. Time out. There's one ground rule. This is a really sensitive topic. We're talking about the Holocaust, so we're not going back down any rabbit holes. So if we can't not talk about religion, then I'm going to move all the Christian fundamentalists down.
Why not the other fundamentalists?
Hold on.
Because they're not shoving their religion in people's faces.
Well, actually, you are.
I was trying to avoid talking about religion, to be honest.
I know, sorry, I brought it up.
Yeah, you tell us what our religion says daily, then you get mad when we correct you. It's kind of insane.
Sorry, it's too loud. Yes, go ahead.
I'd like to introduce you to a new kind of fundamentalism that Nargis and I created, and hopefully we can induct you in. So Nargis and I have a plan that we're going to confiscate all the leaders of the world and force them to take civil silence.
In a closed environment.
Take them.
Where?
What? I didn't hear what you said.
Psilocybin mushroom shake.
Psilocybin. We're going to have them take psilocybin.
Actually, Taco is going to plan, I think, at some point.
I feel like someone's done that already. I feel like there are people that have tried to create
Leaders
cults
of
around
the world?
psilocybin.
No, but leaders of the world.
The leaders, like
Oh, yeah.
So someone has tried to do that. His name is Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh,
oh my god.
Why did you go Epstein?
Nice.
We went
Why
so
do you
long
Epstein
without
on
saying
us?
Epstein.
What's wrong with mentioning? That's not even anti-Semitic.
No, but it's just.
Or at least you might think it is. I don't know.
You
No,
just
it's not anti-Semitic, but we don't need the ghost of Jeffrey Epstein sticking his nose into every conversation.
and you just compared our plan to the Epstein Island, and I don't appreciate that at all. Like, you totally missed the assignment.
Well, taking the world leaders and drugging them, it kind of sounds familiar.
It's not drugs. It's natural.
It's plant medicine.
Did
Yeah,
someone
so
move
it's like,
down?
I don't know, cyanide, but that.
Plant medicine. Good lord. Use the right term.
Did someone move down
And
the
then
least Christian?
we'll unleash them back into the world again.
The hateful dude. What's it?
Yeah, I mean,
The guy that
yeah, I mean, that's very loud.
the guy that basically sounds like
No, should I bring him back
I
up?
have this
Fine.
weird annotation in my voice.
You want him
and I
back on the
just
stage?
go
He
over and
didn't
over
say
and
anything.
over.
That's what I think.
He was just
I
being
just
loud.
Yeah, he actually didn't say anything. Like,
He didn't say
Hey,
I didn't say anything.
I got him up.
I didn't say anything, but I don't know why you think I did.
It's deeper. Come on, you can go deeper than that.
It's my first practice. Give me a break.
I wonder
It's
where.
the
Sorry,
first
I
time.
didn't. Sorry, my apologies.
relearn your catechism.
Go relearn.
I think
your
it's more
catechism.
nasally.
Go
The least
relearn
Christian
your
guy in this
catechism.
room
And the
would
least
deny
Christian
Jesus.
guy denies
One off on you,
Jesus.
Look
One
on
off.
Why is that here in the room?
Keep him up so I can perfect the accent.
You should perfect your faith, then come lecture the rest of us.
You should perfect your faith.
All right, does anyone want to
You
talk
kind
about
of
the
sound
Holocaust?
like an AI that's half asleep.
And you kind of sound like the devil LARPing around as a Christian.
Nergis and I observed that the other day as well. That he sounds kind of AI-ish. Or not AI, but like he's talking into one of those voice warpers.
Yeah, like you know on YouTube when they dub
Like a
over
voice
videos. You know, like on YouTube, they're like, and you're like, oh fuck, another AI generated YouTube video. Like, he would be the perfect background, where you're like watching a movie about Gilgamesh and shit, or like the Age of the Giants. I mean, he has the perfect voice.
Yeah, why don't you think about doing voiceovers?
Yeah, like a National Geographic. Here we see a rabbit. The rabbit
Actually,
is
you
hopping
should be
around.
getting paid right
Then
now.
the rabbit met another wolf, and the wolf was bad.
Baptizer, have you really considered doing voiceover work?
I do. For to
You
look.
do?
Yes, I help children learn catechism.
No,
I
I'm
have,
talking
like,
about
a
getting
dream,
paid for being a voiceover for
Yeah, I
for
help
a
children
movie.
learn catechism.
That's
I go
not
and talk to
Benny
kids.
Goy,
It's
Benny
far more,
Goy,
it's
do
far
you know
more
who
edifying
independent
than
Muslim
doing
is?
voiceover work.
Independent Muslim? No, I don't.
Yeah, episode.
Oh, is that on Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen
I
him
have
before.
like I have like that. I want to see him talk to this guy. I want to see what happens. It feels like
Well, what does he believe?
He wasn't very smart. The one room that I went.
Well, what does independent Muslim believe?
that women are psychological terrorists.
Oh, I didn't get to that room. I would have believed it.
No one claims that.
I think in some small moments it could happen.
Oh, you did not.
Wait, if we're getting personal, Emerald, why do you
You
think
did
I'm
not.
like putting up an act?
I
What
kinda
did you
said
mean
it.
by that?
You did not. And I heard it, and some of us did. I think most of the people
Like,
fucking
this
asked.
whole thing of I don't hate Jews, I hate Judaism. No matter how many times you try to explain it, does not make sense.
That's Christianity 101.
That's not true. That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Set him straight. Set him straight. Everyone, Shape has the mic. Shape has the mic. He's going to correct the record.
Shape
He's
isn't
gonna
a
defend.
Christian.
No,
He denies Jesus is God. He's
I'm tired of messing with this guy. I'm gonna let you guys
You
take care
believe
of
Jesus is God, Shape.
You're a disgrace
Well,
to
I mean,
Christianity.
regardless of
Yeah.
that. No, hold on.
Listen to Buttercup. Listen to Buttercup.
Wait, hold
Buttercup.
on.
You
Before-
justify
before-
your own
fuck him up.
religion. You
No, I
justify
don't.
your own religion when you speak this way,
Far
okay?
from it. Go read.
Hold on.
You're an embarrassment to your
Bashar. Before we get into the theology and the Christology, Shapeshifter read one paper from St. John Chrysostom and said this is the most vile and anti-Semitic thing I've ever written.
I did, and I have, and I will.
I heard that too.
This is
I did.
one of our greatest saints.
I did, I have, and I will. But by the way, guys, this is not a Christian room. Not that there's anything wrong with
It
Christians.
doesn't
Yeah,
need
let's move
If
it.
you,
Well, I mean, according to you, there's something wrong with our saints.
Yeah, no, it doesn't need to be a Christian room.
Next
you guys are gonna speak
topic.
falsely on our religion, then you best shut.
Listen, Shape is Christian in the spirit of the law.
Yeah, he's just as Christian as I am Muslim. Come on.
we're offering 85% off to take.
I mean,
Benny
I'm a
Goy
better
back.
Jew than he is a Christian.
You know what? I'm going to join the atheist rooms and beg them to convert you back.
Bro, you're not Christian
Why
to
are
begin with.
people in Clubhouse obsessed with religion?
I don't know.
I explained this to
I'm
you
not sure.
yesterday, Emerald.
It's a great thing.
You think you explain a lot of things, but you never actually do.
Religion.
Oh, damn! Dude, you just got flamed!
What? Why?
No, I do
explain
explain
it
them.
very well, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Nargis knows. I explained it very well. You
He
just
is
don't
a
want to
very
listen.
coherent interlocutor. He is. I have to say, it's very frustrating.
I call him an intellectual troll.
Why?
Because he's like a
That's a
compelling.
compliment. I appreciate it.
It is a compliment. It was meant as such.
He makes his point. He's efficient with his words. He lands his point eventually.
You
He's actually very good.
y'all's perspective on the biblical text on how your attitude is with Judaism, Jewish people, is so warped. It's the reason why Jewish people are so afraid of the world. Right there.
Sela, just a question because I'm Canadian, not American, so I don't understand y'all. Am I part of y'all?
No.
What I'm saying is that any
y'all.
Christian
You'll
is
always
taking
be
the
y'all.
text
Fuck.
and interpreting it the way these two dingleberries are. It's the reason why Jewish people feel like they have to protect themselves.
The path to heaven is narrow.
She just called
The path
both
to
of you
heaven is
guys
narrow.
dingleberries.
So we don't mind that.
Yeah, but we
look,
don't
Sayla,
interpret it for
it's a
ourselves.
simple
We
question.
follow church.
Exactly, and it's a simple question.
That's
Sayla,
not correct.
does
There's plenty
God
of
not
things that church
affirm?
fathers believe that believe today.
Sayla, does God not affirm?
Name sex.
Okay,
Women were not allowed to wear pants in the church.
Listen, we can engage with this another time. You guys like hijack every room with this stuff.
You're the one who brought it up, not us.
I know, and I regret it. We're gonna move forward now. Move on. Someone
Okay,
just
let's
bring
move
up
forward.
any other topic.
Let's talk about the Holocaust. Was it really 6 million?
All right, you're going down.
Oh,
Sorry.
come on. It was a joke.
I'm sorry. You can go time out for 5 minutes.
I actually heard him scream on the way down. He was like, "Ah, no!"
Well,
If Shape wants to be a loving Christian, he can.
He's not a Christian. He
If
denies
that doesn't stop the fearing.
the entire.
Bro, I got
second
feared
second
yesterday.
bit.
Day before yesterday.
He
Don't let me
denies
do
the entire second.
Don't
second.
talk fear.
I
Please,
agree.
I'm
It might
I thought Christianity, they love everyone.
Never otherwise.
No.
Baptize it, don't otherwise.
We call people to come into faith.
doesn't think he's a fucking Christian.
We have to find.
I thought if you just accept the Lord as your Christ or whatever,
He
as your
doesn't.
Savior, it's
Perfect.
fine.
He doesn't, and most
Leave
of
him
us.
alone.
No, he doesn't.
You say the words and then you're.
No,
like,
you
you're
cannot be. Oh my God.
Buttercup, my main issue is that I love my neighbor and I love God.
But you deny the
That's
Lord.
the-
What a sinner you are.
For God to love the world that he gave his only begotten son. Whoever believes in him shall not perish, have everlasting.
Yeah, he doesn't believe that, so. He doesn't believe Christ is God, so it's over.
Look, I'm very flattered
Faith,
that
you know? Okay,
you
I have
smiled at
something.
me,
I have
yeah.
something. You're gonna like this. I have something. I don't know if this was this morning or yesterday where me and Jadib really tried to explain to Ash. How many of you think this is a religious conflict, and how many understand that it's not?
The religious conflict. I think it just humans aren't really nice to each other, and it's fascism, racism. I mean, honestly, I think the Jews in Israel think the Arabs are beneath them, and they dehumanize them so they can do the things that they want to do by doing a genocide and ethnic cleansing and starving them to death.
Yeah, but it's not religious.
Religious either.
Sorry?
Not that it's religious either.
It's super complicated because don't worry, but I think it's super complicated.
It's not. The point is that it's not religious, but I seem to see more and more people.
People get really confused on this app for Emeralds when you say, like, people are constantly questioning whether Judaism is an ethnicity or an ethno-religion or an ethnicity and like, so I think it just confuses people and muddies it a little bit, especially when people don't know what the fuck a Jew is. You know what I mean? Like, they don't know what the fuck a Jew is. They don't know what the fuck a Palestinian is. And I think it's a little bit, these like complicated identities that you have in Israel are a little bit above most of people's heads.
It's Jewish supremacy. I think it's when you are able to dehumanize another group, like how the Germans did to the Jews in Germany and around the surrounding Germany. You're able to do whatever inhuman things that a human is capable of doing to something they don't think it's human. But that's why.
But if it was a religious conflict, those things would have been done from a religious motivation. right?
Right.
And that's not the case. So this is not a religious conflict, but people really want to turn it into a holy war. And I think this is something we should need to actively make sure it doesn't happen.
Make sure that doesn't happen.
By the way, everyone take note, the most dangerous man on Clubhouse is in the audience.
Who'll be dead?
No, I'm on stage actually.
Prince?
Oh,
Yes,
Bring
Prince.
up Prince. Prince,
No,
I mean, what Prince
but
is
I'm not-
saying is how a lot of
I don't
Palestinians feel.
think Prince likes hi Judy. I don't think Prince likes
It doesn't matter. What he's saying is how a lot of Palestinians feel.
What is
You
he
guys just
What
ignore
Prince
that.
says, nothing related to Palestinians.
No, hold on.
Wait a
So
minute.
there is a
Judy, is
plethora.
that really you? Hold on. Judy, is that really you? You got 5 seconds because it might not be.
Hi. Yeah, it's
Okay,
me.
just check. Just check.
So there is a plethora of opinions amongst the Palestinians and amongst the Israelis, right? So we can't really deny that. Definitely for some Palestinians, this is a religious conflict. Definitely some Israelis, this is a religious conflict.
Let me ask you something. Just a second. Hitler used religious text, right?
No, he didn't.
He did not?
No.
Really?
He was actually
You
very
should ask a Jew.
anti-Christian.
You should. No, hold on. You should ask. You should ask Jew.
I mean, why would I ask
He did.
you? I would justify
Hitler
it.
did.
No.
Hitler did.
No,
He
he
did.
So
Hitler
to
did.
a
Just a
certain,
second.
hold on.
Van Gogh, just a second. Let me finish. When someone's using a reason and says, "Oh, I'm doing this because of religion. I'm doing that," it does not mean because of religion. Israel can keep saying, "This is a religious war." For Palestinians, it's never going to be a religious war. It's not about religion. There are aspects of religion, but we're not doing this conflict liberation movement on behalf of Muslims. Muslims can go fuck themselves. It's not about them. They want to fight, they can come fight themselves. We're looking for our own freedom. When Israel kills
No,
someone,
but you're speaking as if all Palestinians act with the same.
no, just a
exact
second.
intent.
No. Just a second. We're look at the when you look at the Palestinian liberation movement, right? That is what represented the Palestinians.
Yes.
It is about the land. It is about freedom. It's not about Allah. Okay?
But
Now,
you're
when
assuming
someone,
that all the Palestinians are acting with the same exact.
you always gonna find one or two or three or a smaller group.
It's much more than that.
But just a second, hold on. The Palestinian liberation movement is not founded on religion. Like you being Muslim.
I didn't say it was founded on religion.
No, it's
Right.
not.
I didn't say that it was.
No, I mean.
But what I said
Can I
was
say
there's a
something?
significant number of people that are motivated by religion. Like, okay, let's take your Nazi example. So the Nazis used, So the Nazis used Christianity to a certain extent to motivate certain Christian denominations to get on board with their plans, right? Why were they using Christianity or biblical texts or whatever to motivate those people that are motivated by Christianity? Right? So to get them, although the Nazis, for them, it wasn't about Christianity, to get those people who believe in Christianity and who are motivated by it to be on board with their plans. Similarly, you can say the same thing about Palestinians and Israelis. They both use religion as a motivating factor for those people that are religious.
Second, Benny, I'm not denying that some factions in the Palestinian liberation movement recently, in the last 20 years, more than 20 years, in the last few years, Hamas kind of took this and ran with it. They want to turn it about themselves, and they want to do it and use religion just for their own agenda. But if you look at the foundation of the Palestinian movement, the liberation, the PLO, right, you're going to find many of the founders were Christians. This is where the Palestinian identity started kind of to shape into national Palestinian identity. We always were Palestinian, but I mean national Palestinian identity. So the foundation of it was not, like when Israel kills you, it does not really kill you because you're a Muslim. It kills you because you're a Palestinian, whether you're a Christian or you're a Muslim. Okay? Now, Hamas want to use religion and they just want to bring it into it. Oh, tahrir, what jihad, fi sabil. Okay, I'm not denying they're doing that. But if you return to the court, no, it's not about that. It's not about that. They use
I agree with you. At the core,
just
it's
like,
a
just a
nationalist
second.
movement.
Sorry?
No, I agree with you that at the core it's a nationalist movement, but you can't deny that there were Muslims involved from the very beginning.
So,
like Azzeddin al-Qassam was from Syria, right? Why
No,
did
but
he go
you
and
said
get
it
jihad
right. You
for
said it
Palestine, right?
Religion
Because of his
is being
Muslim identity.
Can I
exploited.
ask you a question? You asked me to join the club for 99 cents per month. What does that mean?
Wait, what?
You asked me to join for 99 cents per month?
No, she says, oh, I was impressed what you did to Prince yesterday. I said, join the club for 99 cents a month. I can do that.
What does that even mean?
I can emulate Prince for 99 cents.
But I
Okay, well then let's
It was an expression.
That's all it is.
أنا بنيك برنس ببلاش بس عشان 99 cents.
I have a question.
I don't care to humiliate
I have a
Prince.
question.
أنا بنيك برنس
Whatever
ببلاش.
he wants to say.
I
You know,
have a question.
كل خارة ولا.
If you care about Palestinians so much, why did you poison them with drugs? Under
Why did I poison them with drugs?
Why did you sell your community drugs?
I didn't sell drugs.
You're a liar. You sold drugs.
How did I sell drugs?
You spent years in prison.
I spent years in prison. Hold on. This is so funny. I said, see, first of all, guys, watch Prince. He's losing the fucking argument.
Did you not sell drugs?
No, I did not sell drugs.
You told
Listen
us
to
in the
this.
room that
No,
you
I
did.
didn't say that. See, you did not fucking listen to what I
guys,
said.
can
Just a second. No, Judy, mute. Just
Judy,
Judy, just a second.
شوف بلاش أخطنك.
Just a second.
Think of the actual argument.
Judy, can you answer the call? I'm trying to call you.
Judy, just a second. Just a second. Prince is losing the fucking argument and is trying to turn it into personal.
No,
First of all, I never.
I'm just wondering.
No. You asked about poison. I did not sell drugs. I went to jail, okay? But I did not go for drugs.
For selling flowers?
No, for hurting people.
Oh, so you hurt your people.
Yes.
And you're here pretending that you're an advocate of your people.
Yes, I am an advocate. I was in a bad place.
Were
No,
you
I
a
was
thief?
not thief. No, not a thief.
Okay. Why did you hurt people?
I hurt people because they were fucking assholes and they deserve it. Now I can fucking hurt you.
They were fucking assholes and they deserved it?
Yeah,
I don't think this is...
I don't give a fuck what you think. بنيكك يا أمير بنيكك
معلم حبيبي أرجوك حبيبي لو سمحتوا لا بليز
Stop. There will be no violence.
أمير يا ابن الشرموطة لنيك أمك يا الأخت لنيك.
Yo, حاجة تصد man.
Go take a time out, guys. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm
No, just let it
There was
go.
no need for that.
Let's do a time out. Stop it. Time
يا
out.
ابن الشرموطة لنيك أختك إذا بتجيب سيرتي فاهم يا ابن الكحبة؟
You're a criminal, don't talk
What
to me.
the heck?
You're both going down. No.
You can't threaten people with acts of violence, weirdos.
He just doxed him. Or at least he thinks he did. Are we okay with that?
Who's he?
I think we got too much testosterone in the room.
No. Prince is under the impression, Prince is under the impression that he had actual information on Benny. Private information, right? That's doxing. You guys don't view that as like the ultimate sin?
No.
No. Well, I do think
The ultimate sin would be blasphemy.
bad, but I don't think what he did is doxing. He
This
didn't
is
give
very-
a name just because he said like you went to jail for
On
something.
X, this will get you out.
I'm tempted to pick another fight with Bashar to redirect the attention.
What do you want to do? What rubbish do you have?
At least our fights are playful.
Playful? You think this is playful?
I do. I admit it's quite playful.
Like, to me, you're an infidel. Like, not to me, you're a
What
church.
is wrong with you guys?
I'm trying to redirect the awkwardness. I made it more awkward, sorry. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Can the women please restore order in this room?
Honestly, bro, I don't care what you believe in. What
And the
you
real
say
Slim
is that
Shady,
you
please
scout
stand up. Please stand up.
Please stand up.
Always.
Oh man.
I think you guys should let my people speak. Let them hash it out, you know? Prince.
No, because
Jack is coming for the drama, baby. Jack's coming for the drama, baby.
Palestine revolt in the house.
Two things are guaranteed in this life: death, taxes, taxes and silencing Palestinians. I've had enough.
Look, I don't know what like hold on, Sela. I don't know what the boundaries are here, but if somebody faces that kind of a statement that throws into his face, he gets at the very least to have a mic back.
Wait, Emrose, are we talking about
this was an attempted.
Wait, let me ask the question first then.
No, it's not about me. It's about people.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Just let me ask the fucking question. Jesus
I don't
Christ.
care about you. You're not interested in me.
He did threaten Judy with death yesterday, okay? Prince did.
Okay,
he said, "You're dead, boy."
Prince just came up and said all of his criminal that has spent time in jail for selling drugs.
Listen, I don't know all this.
Dropped because Benny cursed him back. And I don't know what the rules are here, but here, even if it's Prince thinks he did some doxing, even though he didn't, that's still a red line. And at the very least, Benny should have a mic to explain this.
Doesn't mean
it's true.
This is really, really awful.
Doesn't mean it's true, right?
He said he didn't go to jail. He explained himself, and yesterday, to be fair, Benny did accuse him, did put on blast his whole history with the PA and how
this is shit.
They're both coming after each other. And yesterday, Prince did threaten my friend Judy with harm. So I think one more warning, Prince. I know you're going to threaten me and run around talking shit, but I'm going to remove you if you keep talking shit.
Was there any
I just think they
context
both
to that?
kind of doxed.
Yeah.
That
What
guy
happened
Benny used Prince's real name.
He's also been sending me threatening messages, so I kind of just don't want him in this room anymore. Where is he? Prince Legato, why are you even coming in here if you have something against me? I'm just gonna block this fucker.
I think they both have a right to speak. That's all I'm saying.
You blocked him?
We should both be able to get there.
Jack, go ahead. Actually, this is not fair. Jack was speaking. Everyone.
Yeah, like, I'm just saying, I think they both should get their truths out. They both, if you want to consider it doxing, I don't know, Benny seems like he's a Palestinian guy. He said Prince's real name. The other guy, Prince, said that guy with the prison. Who knows what's fucking true? They kind of both down. I don't like the cursing at each other. Let's just talk it out, guys. Not a big deal.
But Benny, Benny Allen's not innocent in this.
It's a big deal. Benny curses a lot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the cursing.
Like, I'm wrong that Prince, I think it's wrong what Prince did. I'm just like personalizing it. But Benny always does cuss a lot. That's not fair.
Like, the whole act is just horrendous.
I'd like to unite my
I
people,
dox you, you dox me, bullshit.
I see a future where Prince and Benny Olive are best friends. I'm trying to
agreed.
I tried to sort them out, man.
Just a second. Hold on. Just a second.
How's it going, Benny? Nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you, bro. I can speak to you all with respect as long as you treat me with respect. If you try to be a bully, I'm the biggest fucking bully. If you try to, as a Jewish Zionist, you try to talk to me and think I'm dumb and read from Haspara, I'm gonna fuck you up. So talking with respect, you get respect back. This motherfucker, Salafi, trying kind of to imply whatever. I can dox him literally right now.
Wait, Benny,
don't do that.
Can we get a peace treaty between you and
Benny, don't do that. Benny.
Hey, come on, don't cuss.
لا حبيبي اسمع شوي ما حد يدخل بيننا لما غلط معنا
لا انا بينك
listen انا رادس جون
حبيبي الله يرضى عليك
عشان نكت ناس بس
الله يرضى
ما
عليك
معي بس
رمضان كريم يا حبيبي رمضان كريم
يوم الثلاثاء مش هسه
A Palestinian took over the Shoah room.
I'm just here to trying to create peace between my two people over here, Prince and Benny. And I see a future where they have a 2-mic salute. I think we can achieve this.
This is the segment that Nagas and I would like to sing a little song.
Which one?
It's time for a duet, everyone.
Can we pick the song?
No.
Which one?
I believe the children are our future.
Teach them well and let them lead the way.
Never mind. Test each other out. This is the worst. Just kill us, bro.
Fucking haters.
Oh.
Let's talk about the Shoah. Fuck that. That's less depressing.
Jack came here for drama, looks like.
Didn't. When I came in here, it was peaceful, and then the drama came.
Where have you been, Jack?
I'm a peacemaker, guys.
I know.
Where have you been?
And in a horrible place called reality, living offline.
Jack,
It's a terrible place.
Welcome to life, baby.
Jack, did you hit the road?
Hit the road, Jack.
Change my name. I got a new identity.
Hit the road, Jack.
We have a Hamas and PA resolution reunion coming up soon, and I'm inviting Benny, Olive, and to join. I'll send you guys separate invitations.
No,
This
man.
toxic shit is very
For me, Hamas and Israel is the same.
Mehmet?
Yes, sir. Who's calling?
Yeah, this is Indonesian name, Mehmet.
I think it's Turkish, isn't it?
Yeah.
يعني اسم الله عليك يا مدمن كين يا زلمة.
والله صح كلامك.
ولاد
I
عم.
mean, Indonesians and Turks are both from Asia, so both.
أنا كرايد صح؟
It's not my real name. I'm not really Mehmet.
ايش خالي شو بني؟
Wait, you're not actually Mehmet the Conqueror?
He's not Mehmet the
I'm
Conqueror.
really not. To a lot of people's disappointment. No.
You sound like a Catholic to me, you know?
Sorry, what's
You're my fifth Benny. Anyway.
That was a joke. I'm so ignorant.
What are we talking about?
So bingo, before that discussion kind of turned, back in '82 when the PLO left Beirut after what happened there, at that stage, the Muslim Brotherhood movement thought that they do have a chance to replace the PLO. And this kind of then, it took them a few years, they funded Hamas, what was Mujamma al-Islami, then they funded Hamas. The whole idea of Hamas just to replace the PLO. But if you think about it right now and you see what kind of Palestinian cause reached to kind of the bottom of the bottom, even Hamas saying we want to go back to the PLO, right? Understand that there's some factions who want to turn it into religious, but not because of jihad, because of donations, because they want to go to Malaysia and it's like, hey, donate for Al-Aqsa, give us your $1 million. So we always, as Palestinians, we resist that narrative because you're going to find a lot of tension between Hamas narrative and the Israelis. They both want to turn it into, they want to say that Hamas is victorious. Israelis say, oh, Hamas won. Hamas says, it's like you found a lot of intersection. So we as Palestinians, majority of collective, we try to avoid that.
I don't think you can speak for the majority, but yes, there is definitely a significant number of Palestinians who want to keep it a secular, in nature, like the resistance. But you can't deny that from the very beginning, like I said, Azz-ad-Din al-Qassam, that was a Syrian guy, very religious. He was the inspiration, obviously, he was a martyr for Palestine. But he didn't, in his mind, he wasn't martyring himself for Palestine, he was martyring himself for Muslims, right? And this goes back.
Not totally accurate. No, not totally accurate.
Azz-ad-Din al-Qassam?
No, but not totally accurate that he was doing it for Muslims. But he was first of all an Arab. So he was saying, oh, Jamal Abdel Nasser came to help the Palestinians because he's Muslim. How do you know? He was also an Arab. Now, I wanted to look at what the Palestinians' official representative are saying. Who is the?
No, I agree with you. Listen, I agree with you that the majority in the beginning, right, up until the 80s, was primarily secular in nature, right? I don't disagree with you on that. But there have always been a group of people who were more motivated by Islam as opposed to Palestinianism.
Yeah, I'm not
being
denying
Palestinian, right?
But,
and at this point in time, there is a significant proportion of Palestinians that are motivated by Muslims. Listen, man, I get that. Like, listen,
They're not mutually exclusive. They're not mutually exclusive. It's a redundant equivalence. Like, if he's saying he's dying for his land, in a way, he's abiding by religious principles of standing against, say, oppression or resisting against oppression. So they would sort of go hand in hand.
Yeah, but Azz-ad-Din al-Qassam was Syrian. Wasn't he Palestinian?
Oh, I see. Okay.
No, Jamal Abdel Nasser was Egyptian too.
Jamal Abdel Nasser, yes, that's what he was. He was fighting. Yes.
Why aren't you
fighting
Muslim?
because ideology was explicitly pan-Arabism and secular in nature. That is professed ideology, right?
Okay. So
he was doing it
what I'm
from a
asking you to
pan-Arabist
say,
perspective.
it is an Arab conflict. It's not a Palestinian conflict, like, right? So
I
each one
think
can
it
push
is.
his own identity. Just a second. One of the things that Palestinians have to go through, and actually one of the main reasons for the conflict between Palestinians and neighboring Arab countries is define this conflict. Who speaks on behalf of Palestinians? And right? Like Jamal Abdel Nasser want to control the narrative, then King Hussein want to control the narrative, then with Hafez al-Assad, but the Palestinians, whether you liked it or not, or whatever you kind of stand on that side, you say the Palestinians wanted and they saw in this kind of conflict, they want to represent themselves, okay? And they reached to that with the PLO. There were so many mistakes, there were so many things, but they reached to that with the PLO, and then there were some, which I agree with you, there's some groups from within that are originated with the Muslim Brotherhood, right? And later, for example, Jihad al-Islami, or kind of sponsored by Iran. They want to turn this, they want to destroy the PLO as an organization. They have been working actively on destroying it. Now,
I agree. Listen, we agree on the facts, Benny. Like the only thing that I'm kind of trying to make clear is that there are a significant proportion of people on both sides, on the Israeli side and on the Palestinian side, and if you would like the larger Arab side, that are motivated by Islam.
Yeah. Now, when we being pragmatic and we look at the world that we live in and what rules this world, international law, and let's assume international law is not a joke and the UN is not a joke, and this is what we're gonna play. These are the rules that the big guys put, and we have to play with it because this theater we live in. The Israelis have this, because they're on the winning side, they keep cherry picking. Oh, now we're gonna play the ancestor land of us, and then later what you're gonna find is, oh, but we go by international law, we can do this. Us as Palestinians, by international law, there's nothing say, oh, this land belonged to the Jews. This is a joke. It's a fairy tale. It's a fairy tale from 2,000 years ago. If you bring it to a court, like I used to live here 2,000 years ago, now I have it. By international law, this does not really stand. And for us as Palestinians, collective, want to get our rights, recognition on the international stage, we're not going to use the Muslim cause because it does not stand. That's some book you believe in, and that book you believe in, and that does not stand. Right? So we need to be really careful using this kind of terminology. Now, what Prince was saying in the comment is, oh, we say when someone dies, this is a shaheed. So what? Like, even if you're Christian, you say, I died shaheed al-watan. Shaheed is not kind of tied to religion.
I mean, it can be, but it's not necessarily.
Exactly. Not necessarily tied. So each one start kind of seeing from the lens of himself.
I agree with you. And listen, the last 100 years, give or take, of the Arab world, right, can be characterized as a power struggle between the pan-Arabists and the pan-Muslimists, more or less.
I'm not so sure if you can make that sort of.
That's an overgeneralization.
That's overgeneralized. Yeah.
Yes, but you can view it from an overly simplistic lens in that sense, right?
In one way, yeah, I'd agree with you.
Yes, and for the beginning of that 100 years, for the first 50 to 70 years of it, more or less the pan-Arabists have won, or the nationalist component have won. Nationalist ideology was the prominent ideology.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't think so.
How? Sisi.
Unfortunately, it is.
No, Benny. This is what's happening.
No, Sisi hanged them. Sisi, when the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt started saying, oh, we're doing Ghazwat al-Sanadiq, you know what's Ghazwa mean, right?
Yeah.
They would use kind of this terminology to incite all the Muslim, or everyone, almost Muslims.
Yeah, but Sisi was not from the people, man. Sisi was installed by the Americans.
Doesn't matter. He's still an installation.
No, I'm saying, but you have to look at the ideology of the people.
I don't care.
And
that's what we are saying. That's what Benny and I are saying.
It's more popular today than ever before in the last 100 years.
No, I don't agree with you.
No, actually, what happened in October 7th, kind of strength, if you don't, like, I don't know how you don't see it, strength the nationalism. The Egyptians saying, oh, thank God we got rid of the Muslim Brotherhood by Sisi. Like, even you were anti-Sisi, now you understand kind of like, why did we do it, right? Even in Jordan, right? The king says, a few months ago, they said, like, we're prohibiting Muslim Brotherhood. No one could open his fucking mouth and say no. The national identity became
nobody's allowed to run their mouth in Jordan.
No. They would talk before, but now when he told them shut the fuck up, everyone shut the fuck up because now they understand they are in a region where Israel is your neighbor. And when Israel is your neighbor, you don't fuck around with, and it's not like a game, it's not a dollhouse, you try to do shit. No. Now we understand the value that Mubarak used to bring, for example, to the table. Like when you have
the people you're citing, like Sisi and the King of Jordan, these people are Western puppets. They're viewed as such by everybody, right?
No, I'm not saying they're Western puppets, sorry. I might understand that about Jordan. I might understand that about him, okay? But with Egypt, no, he's not the puppet.
Wait, what?
He's not. No, he's not. I know you. No, he's not, man. Listen, if he's a puppet,
100% he is.
just a second, all the 2 million Gazans, they would be already inside of Egypt now. Why did he close?
Just because he's highly influenced by Western powers. Hold on, okay, fine. He's highly influenced by Western powers, was installed by them and their allies in the region, right? That doesn't mean he can do anything, right? Because if he had let in 2 million people, right, they probably, like, there would have been a mass revolt against him. So you have to understand that there are certain things that you cannot
the national
even
identity,
as a puppet.
the secular national identity, it getting of its strength inside of Egypt from the army. The army of itself, it's a state within the state.
And it's controlled, and it's highly controlled by the Americans.
No, sorry, it's not really controlled by the Americans. The Egyptian army, it's not. It's corrupted. There's so many things about it, but it's not controlled by the Americans.
By the Americans and its allies, yes, it is. The UAE specifically is probably one of the most influential countries.
I don't think you know.
But Saudi Arabia as well.
No, I think you're looking at it very primitively and very shallow what you hear. But if you look within the Egyptian society and you get someone who really understands the army and kind of the background and why are they structured the way they are, your understanding of their relationship with the Americans and the UAE is really primitive. It's way more complicated.
The army in Egypt is propped up by the Americans. Okay. And they're propped up as a result of recognizing Israel.
No.
Yes. That's exactly what happened. That's why Egypt is, the second biggest recipient of American funding in the region?
Yeah, but it's not to be controlled. It's to preserve the peace.
No, you give them money for what?
No, just a second. You give them money for one second to keep the peace and calm between Israel and Egypt.
Yes, this is a form of, because if you did not control them in that sense, then they would pose a threat to Israel.
Why the Egyptian army is staffing their tanks right now inside of Sinai?
I agree with you, Bani.
Why the Egyptian army is on full alert inside of Sinai right now?
Because there are several reasons why they could.
What are they preparing it for? For who?
You think they're going to invade Israel?
They're not going to invade Israel, but they know that Israel. Just a second. What happened in Syria in 24 hours after the regime fell, and what Israel did of eliminating the whole Syrian army, that sends a message to Egypt too. Don't think Egypt was sitting and watching. It's like, oh, interesting. They did that to Syria. That will never happen to us. No, man.
You mean never happen again, right?
No. Listen, when every country around Israel, neighboring countries, saw what happened to Syrian army, within less than 24 hours, every army took notes. Even the Egyptian army, which is the only threat, not to invade Israel. They don't want to invade Israel. But they know that Israel is capable and they have a plan to do that in Sinai.
Yeah, sure.
So, and the Israelis are talking.
That doesn't mean, but that doesn't mean that Egypt is not being controlled by America and the UAE.
I'm just going to give you advice. Do not use this kind of very simplistic way of describing the world. This being controlled by that.
You're being very general. Anyway.
Okay, highly influenced. Egypt is highly Egypt and its military. It's highly influenced by America and the UAE and Saudi Arabia.
Is China is China influencing India, or like all countries have influence on each other? That's
these kind of super general.
Yes, that's why I say highly influenced. To the extent where a high degree of influence could denote control.
But
in what sense? Like give some particulars, right? You're giving some kind of like generalized.
In the sense that like when the Egyptians elected somebody that the Americans didn't like, they waged a propaganda campaign against him, made sure that the country did not function, right? the inner apparatus, the deep state, right?
No,
and then the Americans came and supported
the Egyptians
Sisi.
don't want him. Listen. The
Egyptians elected him.
Just a second. After what he did, do you know what happened a week before they threw him? You know what kind of how did he change the constitution? He literally changed the constitution that his opinion cannot be changed, and that sent a message to the army, and they gave him an ultimatum to come back from
the army, which was effectively controlling the nation, which controlled all the major institutions of the nation.
Yes.
Which is controlled the economy of the nation.
Is the Turkish army was controlling the state?
It was
before Erdogan. Okay, so it's the same, but you cannot. But this is how it happened.
Yes, in order to retain civilian leadership, you have to overthrow the military. If the military is that powerful.
Yeah. But
otherwise, you're effectively a dictatorship.
What I'm trying to tell you is, the influence comes from within. You don't need the Americans to get the army to do a coup.
Well, who supported that?
No, man. They are okay with it. Okay? They were okay with it.
You don't think the Americans supported them to take out Morsi?
Listen. They were okay with it. But was it the Americans who told them to do that? That's bullshit, man. No. The Egyptian army does not like the images that were coming.
Listen.
It's not about America telling them what to do. It's actually that America have intelligence agency in Egypt and controlling the narrative like they planning to. So they are the ones who have put it this new regime. It's all about destabilizing all local regions close to Israel. That's the main plan. And so if you read news, now Iran is on the next hit list. About that doesn't mean America tells Egypt, hey guys, you need to do this, and they will listen. No, they have intelligence agency running the country under the table. That's it.
They cannot change the regime if the army does not want to change the regime. Like they cannot. The Egyptian army was anti-Muslim Brotherhood. They saw that the Muslim Brotherhood were trying to change the fabric and the constitution in a way that cannot be unchanged. The Muslim Brotherhood is a very stupid and mature movement. They're not. That's kind of very known about them. They could not predict that there will be a coup, so they should not run the country. I'm very happy.
I mean, it's a good image. They have a good goal. They stand for something that is good. But they were. We can both agree that they were not so organized.
What do they stand for? They went and they turned it into a religious war internally. They almost turned it into a civil war. The Muslim Brotherhood were shooting at some people. Like the images that were coming out of Al Jazeera.
The Muslim Brotherhood is better than this new regime, isn't it?
No, not at all.
Why not?
Because the Muslim Brotherhood is immature. If you could not predict that there's gonna be a coup, you should not be running a coup.
I know. Like I'm not speaking from strategic warfare. I'm speaking like from a religious perspective.
No, I don't care. Actually, I don't think you should bring religion into the state. Like you should not, because the minute I debate with you about the policy that you took, you can say God said, and then you end and you kill the discussion. And this is what the Muslim Brotherhood were doing. We're talking about finance and we're talking about economy, and then you start using God and Hadith and Quran. That means we're never gonna get to an agreement, because you're telling me if I disagree with you, I am an infidel. And this is why we don't want these kind of discussions. This is actually what we have a problem with Hamas.
Hamas doesn't do that. What are you talking about?
Hamas does not do that exactly.
Oh, Edward.
No, Hamas. When they were in charge, and when they won elections in the West Bank, they kept the secular government.
What are they doing?
Even Hamas now, when they were governing Gaza, they were governing multiple. They had multiple groups from the PFLP.
What did they do to the opposition? What did they do to the opposition? What are they doing right now in Syria?
The opposition sat down with them at the table. What do you mean?
I'm talking now. What Hamas is doing right now to the opposition.
Wait, you think this is the opposition? What they're doing right now?
No, they're killing.
That's the opposition.
They're executing anyone who speaks against them.
That's Israeli propaganda.
I've heard that, but there's no evidence.
That's not true.
No,
we literally have Israel.
My friend father was abducted today.
Yeah, so was mine. Yeah, okay, I could say the same thing.
No, his name is Mustafa Asfour. You can go check him out.
Oh, then he must have done something.
No, he did not do shit. You know what's his problem? that his son, who lives outside of Gaza, is criticizing Hamas. So what they do, they go to Muslim. Don't tell me no.
When did they do that? You don't hear about this from
They
them.
took Eli's father?
Just a second, Mustafa. Just don't tell me don't.
No. You don't know anything about Hamas.
I know shit tons about
let him
Hamas.
talk. Let me hear
Let me
that.
finish.
So what did his friend do, like his father? What does his father have
Just
to
a
do
second.
with his tweet?
Mustafa Asfour, he tweets and he's opposed of Hamas. He keeps tweeting about Hamas on their Qurans. And because they could not get to Mustafa, they went and they abducted his father. And another one today on Facebook, I'm just gonna bring it and leave it in the comments.
Okay, so they abducted his father because of his son.
Yeah, they did that.
Yeah, you have articles?
Just a second. They called someone's mother, right? And they threatened her, if you don't shut your son from posting against us, we're gonna come and we're gonna kill one of the kids. They did.
There's so many people to speak up against Hamas.
It doesn't sound logical. Why would Hamas even care about a random tweet? Like, there's millions of tweets against Hamas. What are you talking about?
They do care. They do care.
No, they don't care, man. What do you mean?
Look in the comments. Look at the comments. Go look in the comment now. It's posted by.
Bro, there's millions of tweets against Muslims.
No. They execute people. They show them in the knee.
They don't.
They do.
Maybe a small portion of them, like the criminals.
No, they don't. It's not about criminals.
Because they're criminals. Maybe some criminals claim themselves to be Hamas.
You're just Hamas apologist. That's all.
Bro, Hamas is the resistance, isn't it?
Hamas and Sinwar. Mabsood?
Okay, where you from? Where you from, Bani?
Qasem Hamas. Just a second.
Bani, where you from? Where you from? Which country you from?
Qasem Hamas.
Okay, but why are you cursing?
He's Palestinian.
Bro, be civilized.
I am civilized. If you
I understand your anger and you hate them. Like,
telling me
we
my
fully
friend
understand
is a
that, but you
criminal.
don't need to curse.
No, I will curse Hamas because
You
they're not
no,
God.
don't curse in here in this room.
Then I will curse
In this room, we will talk civilized and like to adult men.
like Sinwar.
حماس
Kick him. He's using a bad language.
اوكي باني قرأ حماس بس لا تجيب اسماء اشخاص قرأ حماس بس لا تجيب اسماء اشخاص ارجوك تجيب اسمعني لا تجيب
They kidnapped the father of my friend, and this guy is like, no, you don't know shit. You're just apologist for them. You're fucking
Listen,
apologist.
I understand your confusement. I understand your anger. Okay, you have valid reasons. You have a relative who has been abducted. We understand that. Okay, but cursing is not gonna help you.
I don't need your help.
You don't need to curse in
Here, I just left another video.
Just because this specific event happened.
I just left another video of Hamas leader. Okay. Abu, what's his name? Abu Jassim. I'll get you the name of him. He's kicking a family from a tent so he can take their spot. I will put a post of my friend whose father was abducted to Mustafa Asfour just because his kid was speaking about it. There's so many. Don't tell me about Hamas. I know Hamas more than you.
I mean, no, I know Jin doesn't like Hamas, but.
Me too. But I cannot say anything, about, no, please, be patient, Bani. We cannot say,
بطلعوك عن هذا بدي يقول لك شو بتعرف شو بتعرف.
He just said that the Palestinians
يتحاكموا والله لا يتحاكموا والله
Isn't Hamas the only resistance against Israel?
No, so this is the problem, right?
And how can you hate on a guy
hold on.
Sinwar?
There's a tribe. Look at what they just did right now. Without any evidence whatsoever, they said that if Hamas arrested this guy, that means he must be a criminal. So the assumption is Hamas, there's no corruption, that Hamas operates under freedom and liberty and all of these things. And if you were arrested by Hamas, that means you must have been a criminal.
Well,
no one says that.
Unbelievable.
No one
that's
You just did that right now.
Let me ask you a question.
You just did that right now, man.
Genuinely, your perspective of seeing this point, because you clearly hating Hamas, but I want to see your point on Israel.
I left it.
Do you like Israel?
Habibi, I don't. Here's the thing. Can you come?
Do you like Israel, or yes or no?
You love Israel.
Okay, stop with this. I left it.
Okay, he's a Palestinian 48 that hates Israel. خلاص. He's a
hates Israel.
Yeah, bro.
What the fucking discussion, man? Like, you came late to the fucking party. I just left in the comment my friend whose father was abducted. It's in X. And he posted, if you go to his profile, you're gonna find that they send him threats multiple times. They're gonna get to brother. Don't tell me about Hamas. I know about Hamas inside out. I literally know shit that you will never be able to forget.
God, I swear God, they are going to be quoted.
Can I just ask
one by one. Everyone who committed any crime, anybody he being killed or raped or stealing things, he will be committed. He will be quoted.
No, he won't. That's the thing. If these people attain power, they will be in power. Nobody will hold them accountable. It's the same thing in Syria right now. We have to contend with Jabhat al-Nusra taking over.
Okay, what's the alternative to Hamas? What's the other side?
Right? Because khalas, once you take power, that's it. Like it's done.
Bani, who would you like to rule?
I don't need to
anyone else.
I don't want to give you a solution.
Who's anyone else?
Just a second. Hold on. There's gonna be election, and Hamas will be convicted by the Palestinian law. But right now, the discussion was, I'm telling you about something, and you made something holy. You cannot criticize Hamas.
No one is saying Hamas is holy.
You're just
no one is saying that.
By your behavior, you're showing
they're resisting group. Maybe
they're not resistant. Hamas is not a resistant group. I don't see.
Who's not the idea?
No, Habibi. Do you know? Just a second. A drug dealer is shooting at the IDF. Like Tajur Mukhaddarat. Like the drug dealer shoot at the Israeli police does not mean he's a resistant.
Can the women?
It does mean he's a resistant.
Another woman here speak?
He can still be resistant in a drug dealer. But it doesn't make him a good person.
He's sick. This guy is.
باني هم ركبوا الموجة في الانتفاضة الأولى هم ركبوا الموجة يا حبيبي.
Who do you blame?
Can someone kick Edward because he's lying all the time?
Yeah, listen, man. We had the same issue after the ceasefire and everything. When Hamas was lining people up and calling them traitors and like executing them, everybody was defending them.
Bengoy.
And that's problematic.
Do you know that family name? Did you hear about it?
Guys, can I just say something like for 1 minute? I just want to speak for 1 minute. I want to warn you about something.
Go ahead, Ben,
Because, wait. Because you Palestinians got this fucking
Wednesday, just a second.
Trust me.
Just a second, hold on. I was in Majidi family.
Now we got fucking Mehmet up here about to add his fucking
Wednesday, just let the Arabs do their thing.
Nargis, you need to
just
talk
a second.
But George, really?
Just a second. In Majidi family, Israel asked him, they sent him a message to their Mukhtar, to the, I don't know how to describe that family.
Okay.
And they asked him that they want him to collaborate, just a second, to collaborate with them and kind of create a militia because they're a very large family. Mukhtar refused to do that. They dropped a bomb, they killed 102 from that family. 102 in 1 day.
Damn.
Just a second. Week after, they had Hamas wanted to evacuate from their tent because they want to take the land, fight with Hamas. Hamas went and they executed 9 of their people. Hamas called them traitors. People who lost 102 a week before. So that label traitor by Hamas is very easy. It's just like water. They slap it at anyone. So whatever they tell you, we that shit flies on you. We know exactly what Hamas do. We know when they call someone traitor, it has nothing to do with it. Who killed Muhammad al-Daif? When Muhammad al-Daif is hiding in al-Muwasi Khan Yunis and 300 people were killed with him, innocent civilians.
Wednesday. You're trying to say something.
No. You need to read the room, honey. You need to read the room. This is a moment. You need to wait, Wednesday.
Maybe Hamas isn't good, but there's one good thing they do.
When Muhammad al-Daif was killed, who told Israel about Muhammad al-Daif that he was hiding between civilians in Muwasi Khan Yunis? It was a Hamas member.
Intelligence agencies, right?
No, it was Hamas member who told them. Who is it? Why don't they talk that there are traitors in between them? Why do they always like to slap anyone who killed? Hamas is full of traitors.
Yeah, it has. No one's rejecting that, but the thing is, maybe they have done the bad things, but at the same time, we know they are standing their ground.
Abu Marzouk said the following. Abu Marzouk said 3 months ago, when they were debating with him on Al Jazeera, guys, what the arms that we hold, We are the only one who can secure the settlements. You cannot take it from us. Our arms is the only way to secure the fucking settlement. That's Abu Marzouk. Imagine again. The head of Hamas, one of the leaders of Hamas, said, our weapons will be used to secure the Israeli settlement. Don't take it from us. Hamas weapons is not against Israel. What's left out of it is to use against the fucking Palestinians.
Yeah, maybe. The thing is, in such chaotic environment. Huh?
Dude, I'm not going to continue debate with him because he does not fucking know the ABCs are coming here to debate. I can keep pulling.
Why is your Arabic مكسرة?
العربي مكسرة كسر كرسي على راسه.
Why are you being like insulting? Like what
because
is this talking?
لأنه الزلمة شوي.
تعبت من
الزلمة ليه عم يسبني يعني أنا سبيته شيء؟
لا يا حبيبي لأنك أنت مش عارف.
أنا مش حبيبي.
هو دمه حامض.
ليش عم تسب؟
لأنك مش فاهم إشي وبتحكي.
حتى لو مش فاهم بتسب إذا واحد مش
يعني أحسن بلا مسبت يا بدي أكون صريح معك حبيبي بني أوليف يعني شوي روق شوي.
حدا سب فيك لحتى تسبه؟
يا زلمة والله خطفوا.
What is this man? Be a man. This guy, kick this guy like you're not supposed to be here.
صاحبي
This guy is not supposed to be here.
أبو فداء يوم خطفوه ولا خطفوه.
طيب يا عمري طيب يا عمري.
خطفوا واحد بكاسير. وخطفوا فدائي اللي كان محبوس عند
نعرفهم روح.
I don't think it's nice.
استغفر الله. قاعدين بتكفروا وما بعرف شو. Guys, can you mod me? I'm gonna kick this Benny out because he's being really rude and cursing a lot and saying.
Hey, where are you from? Are you Palestinian?
Yeah, I'm Palestinian. Yes.
Oh my God! Can I say something? Y'all having small talk. It's accepting now, right?
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, Wednesday.
Thank you. Bonnie, I have a question. Like, I understand.
No, just kick him. Don't ask him questions.
No, I want to speak to him. I understand your anger. I understand you dislike Hamas. But
I'm sorry, brother.
In my opinion, oh my God. In my opinion, this disagreement with other Palestinians, with other Arabs, should have been done in a private room because what they're going to say, the Zionists, in my opinion, they're going to say that the genocide, the supposed genocide, was of the Palestinians'
Great
fault
question.
because they're calling for Hamas.
Great question. Let me answer you.
No, you're not supposed to answer.
Yes.
Leave.
طلعوا بعدين بتقولوا لي ليه بتسب دينه يعني أنيكو هذا يسكتوا.
Someone kick this guy out.
Hey, Shush.
This guy is a drug dealer.
Message from Prince. Oh wait, never mind. Buttercup's not here.
By the way, you know that's a huge fucking stereotype. That like 48 Arabs are drug dealers. This is a huge stereotype. I'm sorry.
No. I mean, it's just the beginning.
Everyone knows the Lebanese are the best drug dealers in the region.
That is true.
They have the best hash.
كلهم يعني الحسوطية
No,
ما
it's
في
the
أحسن من
Syrians. It's Bashar and his friends.
Hezbollah was the biggest drug dealer in Syria.
Bro, we have the best drugs. Number one, we have tabbouleh, and whoever's not addicted to it, there's something fucking wrong with you.
Whoa.
And then we have hash.
Lebanese tabbouleh is best, bro.
Thank you.
I grow, you know, the best I grow just only for tabbouleh.
The Palestinian falafel is best, and the Lebanese is.
You know what? I agree with you. I agree with you.
Oh my God.
Benny Olive, can you answer Benny's question?
Answer yes. So
ايه ما تسب ما قلت له ما يسب ليش انت عم تسب
طب امسكم تاني
انت بلشت
يا عمي طيب
اوكي هو بلش بس اذا اللي سواه انت ما قعدت
خلص
اوكي
تفضحوناش مشان الله.
Okay, the idea is that the Israelis don't know about our conflict. I'm telling you, Israelis engineered our conflict. They know our conflict inside.
Bravo.
Israel orchestrated this conflict and division between the Palestinians. So kind of the idea, oh, let's not do it. They know. Now, I want to be clear. The root cause and the cancer is Israel. The symptom of this cancer is Hamas. But what I'm worried about, that we as Palestinians, Wednesday, just a second. Sometimes before you die from cancer, you die from the symptom of that cancer. And I'm worried that my people will die from symptoms. Why? Because we have irrational, stupid, immature movement that is gambling with the life of Palestinians. as if we are sheeps that have no names and we can just bring more kids. I don't really care about what people think. I care about the people themselves. I care about my friend that his father was a fidei, arrested by Israel multiple times, and he was abducted from his tent today in Wasif and Yunus.
Oh wait, you said something interesting there.
I don't.
Hold on.
Talk to you, but I need.
No. Like we're doing like I'm not gonna insult you or something. But you said something interesting. You said he was abducted by the Israelis and released multiple times.
He was a prisoner.
So why was he abducted and released multiple times?
This is how they do.
He was a fidei.
Hold on. Usually, let me give you. This is clear evidence. Hold on, don't interrupt me. When Israel captures someone, when the IDF take you as a prisoner.
Benny, stop.
Hold on, I have a point.
Let him give his bullshit so we can debunk it. I know what he's trying to
you
say
can
already.
debunk me after. Thank you. Usually, when the Israeli government or military take you and take you into custody, they have always good reasons. They don't just release you easily. Hold on, let me finish. They don't just release you easily. They don't release you easily unless you give them information. If they have taken you multiple times, it means you have revealed information that's crucial for against Hamas. So maybe that could be the reason that Hamas abducted him. Do you agree with me?
Listen, man, if you want to use that logic, then the vast majority of Hamas members are Muslim.
Including
كلهم انسجنوا
They saved Hani's life يعني.
They do not release easily. Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. So this guy
pick them up and release them. They don't do that, no.
Thank you. Exactly.
And
if they take you,
they're there for at least a few months.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Benny,
you're innocent.
I'm sorry to say this, but your friend's father probably revealed secret information about Hamas' position, and that's why they released him, bro. And they took him again and again and again.
How do you explain Hani? How do you explain Hani?
Hamas fucked him up.
Hani?
Salwar.
They healed him of cancer.
Habibi, wallahi habibi.
Yo, how can you talk shit about Sinwar, bro? Sinwar was like, I don't give a fuck, I wanna die. Like, I wanna die.
Go die. I wanna die. Who cares?
Bitch, that's why.
You take the whole Gaza with you. Die. You wanna die.
You were a Muslim, yeah? You were
طيب أنا مساعد أنا جيمس بجيب أختك مشان
ايش قلت؟ اللي عن قصك عصا.
سوري
سوري بتغيظك.
طيب بالله عليك يا حبيبي والله انا فاهم لك انا اسف.
هو عم بقول انه اسمع هو غلط بالكلام على فكره.
بليز انت ابن الناس وعالم مبين عليك انت نظيف وباني برضه نظيف.
انا كنت نظيف من البدايه هو صاير يسب فيني لازم هو فوت الشباك بالحكي.
I just want to point out that the Palestinians have taken over the Holocaust room.
Okay. يعني that's a random question. Like what I'm that Benny fucked up. He messed up. He mistakenly said that his friend's father was taken by the Israeli government multiple times, not once, not twice, multiple times, and released. That's a huge red flag. Huge red flag.
No, it's not.
In the military, if the IDF.
Have you ever heard the term administrative detention or illegal fighter?
I mean, usually when the Israeli government take you...
Let me help you, Ty. Let me help you. Israel has 3 categories in which it...
Royce, you're Israeli, right?
Yes, and let me explain, Ty. Let me explain. Israel has 3 categories. Prisoners that have been charged and sentenced, administrative detainees, and illegal fighters. The second 2 categories...
Okay, you're an AI.
Just a second. I got the number. Just a second. So I got
Benny, you messed up, bro.
His father was arrested in 1979, and then he was released, and then he was arrested in 1987 for 15 years.
Shut up.
For 15 years. So he stayed in Israeli prison. He stayed twice. He at least like the long serving, beside the arrest here and there. But
whatever.
قص امك شايف امثالك
I talk to him, please. Let me talk to him. Tai. I have been in the prison. Listen to me. I have been in the prison. I have been by myself. I have been in the prison, and I get sentenced, and I released. I stay 1 year, and they release me. Listen. And after that, they keep on me in the custody. This is something very terrible. They put me, and the others, they thought I am a fucking corporator. Terrible. Listen, you two fucking stupid.
إذا نسب عليه في العربي نيجي في العربي ليش ما في الإنجليزي.
sorry.
لا ما تسب مشان نطبخ معاه.
ولا يا جماعة.
احكي عادي.
ولا اسمع
لا
محبوس.
ولا كانوا يحبسوني يا حيوان. كانوا يحبسوني حدث ولا كانوا يحبسوني عشان الناس تقول عني عميل يا واطي. وانا اشرف من الشرف يا واطي.
مظبوط.
لا ما حدا عم يحكي لك
جواد انت ما بتستحي اسمع كلامي.
طيجو قفطيزو ايوه.
لك يا زلمه اسمع لك ليه؟
اخلص ولا اخلص. Shut up, fuck up.
استغفر الله العظيم. يا زلمه ليه عم تسب؟ انا ما سبيتك شيء يعني والله ما حكيت معك شيء. والله عيب عليكم انت العرب يعني.
ولا خليتني اسلم. علي الطلاق خليتني اسلم.
يلا. The thing is, we Arabs we need to train our personality and akhlaq. I think we are.
زلمة كل أختك جاي تنظر علينا هون هناك
خلص.
لكن أنت مش عربي ليه عم تحكي هيك؟
Guys.
ما غلط تحكي.
بس ولا عرصة ولا.
ما الحاس كل أختك.
بس ولا عرصة. ولا. وينك أنت؟ لا قرد ولا
شباب
والله عيب عليكم
ولا قرد
سيبك منه
الله يعيب عليكم تثقفوا شوية.
Sometimes when we speak to people we need to understand like you're talking to someone who's up there, he exists, he has a brain, so we're not. With 3 lines you understand the guy in front of you is just coming to troll. In that case, خلاص different.
No, listen, I'm not here to troll actually. Like you the one who started it. Like I spoke to you 100% professionally, without cursing, without saying anything. You were the one who was cursing against me.
You were defending Hamas when I told you
so
they
what?
abducted.
It's my opinion.
No, just a second.
You cannot curse at someone just because it doesn't share your opinion.
No, that's not about
what is
opinion.
this?
I was saying they abducted the father of my friend, and you immediately jumped into defense.
No. Yeah, but that cannot justify you cursing at me. What is this?
I let you know also one more thing. You know that I have been wanted to the Brotherhood to the Hamas before they became Hamas. I have been wanted in my city, Nablus, in my city. I have been wanted. They want to kill me.
Why?
Because they believe that اولاد قحبه هم اولاد قحبه والله اولاد قحبه شاب صغير كنا عمري 15 16 سنه اولاد الشرموطه اللي بدهم يقتلوني لاني كنت اروح على المدرسه. اسمع لي ولا تسمع يا واطي اسمع.
لك لا عم تقول واطي يا زلمه شو مالك يا زلمه؟
لانك ما بتصدقني وما بتحترمني.
لك ما ينقال ما عم بصدقك عم بسالك اسئله وليه عم
غلطت علي بشوي انت يا بنيه غلطت علي حبيبي غلط.
لا ما حكيت عليك ولا كلمه انا كنت عم
بحكي لا حكيت بدك بالغلط انا ما
والله ما حكيت عليك ولا كلمه انت سمعت غلط.
اوكي
حكيت
I have been wanted at that time because at that time in Arabic I don't know how to translate it. They believe the Brotherhood, they don't believe in resistance. And always we have a very high discussion together everywhere in the school. They don't go out. They don't believe in resistance at that time. So that we have conflict. We go out from the schools and we resist in the everywhere. We make clothes or other stuff. And they keep on in the school. And they press the teacher to give them lectures. You get what I mean? And we get angry. One day we go inside and we make trouble with them, and then they get the help from outside the school. You got what I mean? and they kick our asses. After that,
المشكلة أنا بديش أفتح موضوع لأنه في مواضيع ثانية بس ما يعني مواضيع الاغتصاب اللي بيعملوها حماس في مراكز المساعدات في أشياء بتعرفوهاش الواحد بده
ما بدنا تخويت يعني كل واحد يلزم حده. كل واحد يلزم حده.
وانزل وفي واحد يحكي
بعدين بني حبيبي أنا وياك متفقين. We meet me and you بني. You know why?
بس أنت بالك طويل حط جرقفطيز وكله يلا.
لا حبيبي خلي بالنا طويل. أنا هيك أسلوبي ناجح. I success in my life. This is my style, you know. I didn't sit beside opposite. I don't like to sit opposite you, even though we don't agree. Even though we don't agree, I like to sit a little bit beside you. And
Yeah,
then
that's a good thinking.
You got what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, there's a lot of traumatic events that happen, and but I mean, the most fundamental in civilized discussions is that you.
Shut the fuck up, أجرب.
You got me خلاص خربت الغرفة.
يا زلمة ولا طالع نظر علينا مش فاهم وين طيزه من زبدة.
You know nothing. You know nothing.
Guys, can you guys start a new room? I just feel like it's exhausted.
Before you disturb anybody, I love you all. I love you all. I love you, Benny. I love you to everybody.
Someone requested to talk. You want to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say before you guys in the room, Benny, I respect what you have to say as a Palestinian because people on the internet are used to a certain narrative of voices and opinions, and then with someone who you are Palestinian of sides, and you have a different opinions. I don't respect the fact that Palestinians and non want to cancel you, attack you, and insult you for having an honest opinion about what you experience, what you people around you experience about certain leaders and how they have, harmed your community and people around you. And I think it's really good for you to speak up against it.
Wow. Thanks for sharing. I gotta go, guys. I'm closing the room. I think this is not super strong conversation. Bye, later.
Bye, Buttercup.
Bye, Buttercup. Goodbye.
One other California law that's like total bullshit is if you touch your phone at any point while driving, even while fully stopped, it's just a misdemeanor and you get fined for it, like $400. So you always have to watch out for cops if you're like gonna click anything on your phone, including GPS navigation and music. But what's the difference between that and like eating a sandwich or clicking a button on Android or Apple CarPlay?
And it is pretty amazing. I just.
Bro just had that little thing where his mother took a car or something when he was going to college. That's the only thing I remember.